Right, and I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. As usual, the chat is working, even though I tried again to fix it about an hour ago and thought I had. Obviously failed. Let's go back in and do it. Oh, it's lost its authorization. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. And I will just chat to you. After last time, thank you to everybody for joining me this time. This is part 2. Previously, last week, I did part 1, and I have adjusted some stuff accordingly. I've adjusted my technical setup here. You can't see it, but I've actually got 2 monitors here now. One is running the app. One is running the broadcasting software. The advantage with that is that it should be easier on me to do the admin so that I don't have to keep alt-tabbing between the two as well as pressing all of the other buttons. And we've also got this. So it's a little bit dark, but yeah, we have another camera set up ready to go. Now, we had this last time and the lighting wasn't particularly great, but I've got it this time and hopefully it is a little bit better. You can also see that I've started painting Legolas and Gimli, but all they've had so far is the undercoat and a dry brush of white, which I've put on the top. I've finished painting a lot of the other bad guys, but yeah, the heroes haven't been painted yet, and I will hopefully get on with them this week. Right, okay, so the chat is now working. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because that's too small for me. There we go. Right, let's just move that down a bit, and there we go. How are the cats? The cats are fine, I think. Yeah, I think the cats are fine. Anyway, we have music. There you go, atmospheric music is back. We have the battle cam set up, and if I press this button here, there you go, we have the app already as well. So hopefully this is going to be a lot smoother for me. And we're going to dive straight in with where we left off. I am not an expert at this game. I have the rule books here, and I will be looking to the chat for when I get stuck with the rules. Yeah, this isn't an official sponsored tutorial or anything. This is just me playing games for fun, sponsored purely through the Patreon page. So thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters for making this month and a lot of the other content that I make possible. If you're not a Patreon supporter, essentially I'm taking the month off from my paid video work, and I'm producing lots of free content videos for people to watch. We take a lot of time to prepare, not just actually do, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of the Patreon campaign. So yeah, thank you very much, and off we go. Let's load game. Heroes of Columpton, which is where we were. Bones of Arnor is the campaign. We're playing on adventure mode, which is the easy setting, which I'm fine with, because I don't want to do multiple streams of the same scenario. If I win every scenario the first time, that's absolutely fine with me. Chapter 2. Continue. Are we going to have narrative? No, right, which means it's me. You have slipped beyond the ruined walls of the old fort. You have an opportunity to break their foothold, but their number is too great to completely overcome. You will need to locate and defeat their leader. The next adventure will be a battle map, which is why I've got, yeah, these two things on here. So we're going to confirm. And here we go. Now, one thing that happened last time is we actually gained lore and we gained XP. So between the two scenarios, I'm just going to get rid of that message when we're on 2. Right, okay. So, yeah, we've actually got, each of our characters has 4 XP and we have 8 lore. Now, from what I understand, and the chat will tell me if I'm wrong, lore is used for upgrading items. And if we look at the items we've got, Legolas has a cloak and a great bow. They're currently 1. And if we click on cloak, no, we can't click on that. I don't think we have enough lore to upgrade them. I think it costs a lot of lore to upgrade the items. Okay, so we can't do that. What we can do is we can buy some extra cards. Now, this is good. This will make our cards better. Jonathan is saying that the icon would glow if you can buy stuff. Right, okay. So what we can do is we can spend this XP on buying a new card. Now, one of the things I like about this game is that this decision you make isn't locked in. You can choose to respec your character whenever you want to. So we might as well spend this XP. The downside being, I've already got this game set up with the right number of sleeves and everything. And I wasn't actually prepared for this. So I'll decide what I'm going to buy on the app first. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't. I need to actually get the cards out. Right, okay. Bear with us a minute. I am going to get the cards out and have a look at them. And Jonathan, since you're here and you know it, oh, you can change classes. Well, you can change roles between scenarios. These cards, do these replace cards in my deck, or do they add to cards in my deck? Because if they add to my deck, I'm going to have to go and get 2 more sleeves, which are over there. It just means taking the microphone off. So, not that. That's the pile of cards we don't need. Is this the pile of cards we do need? Yes. Right. Okay. So they are added. Okay. So I'm going to need some new sleeves. Right. So Pathfinder. We have a choice of Word of Warning, Trail Sign, or Baited Trap. So I'm just going to dig these out, which is cards number 4, 5, and oddly enough, not 6. Oh no. Baited Trap and Trail Sign. Right. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. And again, Gimli will have a choice of 4, 5, or 6. Okay, so we are going to choose which one of these cards we're going to add into our deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom in and we're going to show these cards. So now it's obviously gone a bit darker because we've zoomed in, because that's what happens when you zoom in. Okay, can't quite see that. There we go. So hopefully you can see that okay. We get to choose one of these cards to add into Legolas's deck and one of these cards to add into Gimli's deck. Let me know in the chat what you want me to add while I go and get an extra sleeve. And finish my cup of tea. Also, I know I'm not using the right card sleeves. I'm using ones that are too big. They are not the right card sleeves for this size of card. They are slightly too big. Right, okay, so Sprint and Scout are very useful. So this allows me to Sprint and Scout. Let's have a read through them. So Word of Warning, Knowledge. When you or a nearby hero tests agility, you may discard this skill to add a success and Scout 1. And then there's a full stop in the Sprint 1. So I don't quite know how that works. Sprint. I thought Sprint was just 1 movement point without provoking an attack of opportunity. Sprint. Is it in here? Yeah. When a hero is taking a turn, the hero can discard a card that has the... Oh no, so you can discard that card from hand to move 1 space. That's instead of the top bit. So it's actually got 2 separate abilities. Okay. So that's that one. Baited Trap. When an enemy moves into a space with another hero, you may discard this skill to apply 3 hits and pierce to that enemy. That's quite good. Or after another hero moves onto a space, you may discard this skill for that hero to choose to either move 1 additional space, become hidden, or interact with a search token. So 3 actions. I'm not sure. Anybody get any other thoughts in the chat? So Jonathan is saying Sprint and Scout are good. Ian is saying note that they have no successes or fate icons. Yeah, so none of these cards have got any icons in the top left. So that's going to make the deck a bit thinner with respect to the number of those. Jay Kunt says Trail Sign and Song of Mocking. So I've not looked at those yet. Mark is saying Word of Warning. Word of Warning and Word of Peace. So people are saying Word of Warning. Somebody's saying Trail Sign. So nobody's saying Baited Trap, which is the one I would going to go with. So it's either Word of Warning and Trail Sign, and Word of Warning seems to be the most popular choice. So we'll go with that one. Again, we can change this later if we need to. So if you're watching this afterwards and you think, oh, that's a really bad choice, Paul, take a different one instead, just let me know. And I can change it next time. Ellie's here as well. Hi, Ellie. Is it Ellie or Elle? Let me know how you pronounce your name, because I'm tempted to say Ellie, but I'm not quite sure. So yeah, let me know how to pronounce your name so I don't get it wrong. Right, there's Legolas gone. Now, Gimli, we have a choice of these three. So, Word of Peace, when you or a nearby hero tests Wisdom, you may discard this skill to add 1 success and Scout 1, and it also has a Rest 2 ability. Song of Mocking, during your turn you may discard this skill to apply Stun to 1 enemy in your space. If you do, 1 nearby hero gains 1 inspiration, or I can use it to guard 1. What does guard 1 do? Oh, J stands for Joel. Thank you, Joel. Guard 1. Guard is a keyword that allows a hero to prevent damage or fear. Any hero that is in the same space as a hero who would suffer damage can discard a card that has the guard keyword to prevent that amount of damage and fear equal to X. Ooh. Can be used against themselves. You must choose to use it before damage and fear is applied. A hero can prevent any combination of damage and fear. Okay, so it's a combination of damage and fear. It's not one of each. Okay, so that's what guard does. A bit of nonsense. During your turn, you may discard this skill for you and nearby heroes to collectively discard up to 3 face down fear. And it has the hide ability. Right. So it's L, but Ellie is cute. That's true, it is. Rest 2 is better than guard 1. So Word of Peace. So yeah, Jonathan is saying Word of Peace. Elle is saying Song of Mocking. Rest 2 is better than guard 1. Is it? Let me just have a look at what Rest does. Rest 2. Rest is a keyword that allows a hero to discard face down damage or fear that they have already suffered. Okay, so yeah, guard 1 will protect you from 1, whereas Rest 2 will effectively heal 2. So, yeah, I'm not sure about these, but nobody's saying a bit of nonsense. So we'll put that one to one side for now. And then it's between these two. I quite like Song of Mocking. I like the fact that Gimli, it's like taunting, really. He's going to play a song on his axophone. During your turn, you discard this skill to apply Stun to an enemy in your space. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. I know Rest 2 is better than Guard 1, but I think the ability on Song of Mocking is better. So, that's what we're going to use. Right, okay. We're going to go with that one. We'll see what happens. So, we go to the app, and we say... What did we add in? Word of Warning. Okay, so we got 1 XP left. And then we go to Gimli, and we say Song of Mocking. Right, that is those characters done. And then we say continue. I'm not going to change roles, that would be crazy. So we're going to embark. And I've forgotten, I need to take out my first card, don't I? I'll do that while we're doing this. Right, so battle map has been created. I'm just preparing my first skills, because you start the adventure and I need to zoom out as well. Yeah, you start the adventure with 1 skill prepared, and it's still the number 1 skill, so I guess you can never remove that one. And if the music's too loud, let me know. I don't think it's too loud. I can just about see the volume of it. Craig is here. Have I got my weakness? Yeah, these are the same decks as last time. So the weakness is in there. Legolas is being followed by somebody, and I think Gimli's scared or something. I can't remember. Right, we got that. We got our prepared skill. Again, probably going to make a whole bunch of rules mistakes, but let me know if I do. Zoom out a little bit more. Right. A living silence hangs within the old stone walls. Apart from the sounds of night and the crackle of small fires, there is no sign of defenders. Place battle maps as indicated. Okay, so these battle maps... Alright, so that's an outside one. That's an inside one. Right, and that needs to be placed like that, and that needs to be placed like that. Okay, we've done that. Oh, this is much easier than me having to Alt-Tab. It does mean my game table has monitors at the end and wires everywhere, which you can't see. Right. As you draw closer, the smell of too many people living too long in the wild surrounds you. Closing in on a single flickering light, you enter an inner courtyard. Place heroes as indicated. Each hero scouts 3. Okay, so the heroes are going there. So our heroes are going on this space here. And scout 3. Now, that was draw 3 cards. Yeah. Which campaign is it? It's the first campaign. Yeah, Bones of Arnor, which is the base campaign. I don't have any of the other stuff for it. So, Scout 3 allows me to draw the top 3 cards of my deck, prepare one of the skills, and then do something with the other 2 cards. So we have the Song of Mocking, which is good, but I don't think we need it at the moment. And we don't start with any inspiration. It's a bit weird that you don't start with any inspiration. Honed agility is good for testing agility, but I think I'm going to put that on the... Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put Song of Mocking in play since we've just chosen it. And I'm going to put Honed agility and Restless Axe on top of the deck. No, I'm going to put Honed agility on top and Restless Axe on the bottom. No, the other way around. Yeah, that's a success. The other one was bait. Right, okay. Legolas. 3 cards. And I need to remember my character's abilities as well, because I think I nearly forgot them last time. So we've drawn Tireless, Immortality, and Ancient Wisdom. So Tireless is quite good, because that allows us to gain an extra action. Immortality, oh, this is a Legolas card. So he can rest it to the heal, or he can strike 2. That's quite good as well. And there's Ancient Wisdom. I'm going to put Tireless into play, and I'm going to put the other 2 on the bottom of my deck. So let me just remind myself of my character's abilities. We have Legolas. Once per round during my turn, I can spend an inspiration to move a space without provoking attacks. And also, whenever I suffer damage or fear, I can spend an inspiration to prevent one of it. I have a great bow, and I have these cards in play. Right. Gimli, after you attack, you can place a card from the test on top of your deck. Right, I've remembered. Paul says he's put the inspiration granting cards on the top of the deck. They're not inspiration granting cards. They are cards which... You mean the ones with the fate icon? They don't give you inspiration. They allow you to spend inspiration for successes, and I don't have any inspiration at the moment. So, that's my thinking. Right, place the following terrain, 2 bushes. Right, now my terrain is all off camera. I don't have any 3D terrain. That would be cool. So we're going to have a bush there, and a bush there as well. Okay, now these aren't showing up that well on the camera. I definitely need more lighting in this room. I've tried to get the lighting right, but looking at it now, it does appear to be a little bit too dark. I'm just going to increase the brightness a bit. There you go. That's a bit better. Okay, so we have bushes. Now the game does come with these little handy dandy terrain cards, which are quite useful. So whenever you're playing with a piece of terrain on the board, there is a little card that tells you what it does. So bush, after you end your turn in a space with a bush, you may test wit, and if you pass, you become hidden. I'm going to put that there. We have those in play. Right, what is next? Walls. And again, we have another card for walls. They're fairly obvious. Spaces separated by a wall are not adjacent or nearby. So we need walls there, there, and there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. And nope, that's a stream. That goes there. Okay, there we go. I love the way that the app puts it in 3D for you. We also have a fire pit and a boulder. Oh, more stuff. So we have a boulder there and a fire pit there. Okay, so boulder there, fire pit there. So we need 2 more cards. We need a fire pit card and a boulder card. So boulders, if you test to negate damage or fear while in a space with a boulder, you can convert one inspiration to 1 success. You can hide behind the boulder. And a fire pit, if you attack while in a space with the fire pit, you may discard a card with a fate icon from the test to add pierce or smite. Yeah, see, I like the way that these work thematically. They're quite cool. How do they look on the battle cam? Let's have a look at the battle cam. There you go. That's a bit dark as well. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm actually, because it's daytime, I'm going to open the window and just see if a bit of natural light will help. Not the window, but curtains. How's that? I've just opened the curtain, so there's a little bit of natural light coming in, which won't last long because it'd be winter and all. There you go. Up the brightness a bit more. Is that too bright? I don't know if it's my monitor that's showing it too dark. Anyway, that's the battle cam. Where were we? We were still setting up. From the shadows surrounding you step menacing forms. Torch in hand, an orc shouts a warning. We have guests. Defend the courtyard. That's my orc impression, by the way. Place 1 ruffian on the indicated space, and it has that banner. So I need to find that banner. And I need to find a ruffian. Okay. So here's the banner. And where are my ruffians? All of my figures, which are all now based, are all off camera. There we go. So you can check this guy out. Is it going to zoom? Is it going to focus? It's probably not going to focus, is it? Try and get it. There you go. Focusing all right this time. So yeah, this is my ruffian with the base that I painted. Right. So that's going here. And next. Yeah! Place 1 goblin scout on the indicated space. So again, that's another... Oh, that's behind the bush. Okay, so behind the bush we have a goblin scout. So it's this here. And let's find goblin scout. Let's have this one. This good focus. Yeah, so this is the goblin scout. There you go. Taken me weeks, but I've been wanting to do it for like a year and a half. So I'm glad I've painted some of these. And another goblin scout. Oh, also on there. On the same space. But not in a group. Okay. So 2 goblin scouts on the same space, but different groups. That seems a bit odd. And then in the corner is a rusted old portcullis, rattles closed behind your assailants. But beyond it, you see others gathering their arms and courage. If you could jam the mechanism, it would slow down what reinforcements may come. So we're going to put a threat token in the corner. And we can do something with that. The threat token goes here. That is a portcullis. So there's going to be reinforcements coming in. And if we can block that portcullis, that will slow down the reinforcements. Right. Finally, on the other side of the ruin, a rude shelter has been erected, the largest structure you have seen. Its canvas door has been painted with a strange sigil, a twisting, jagged shape that is both foreign and familiar. Lore increases by 2. Place a search token as indicated. Sorry, there you go. Keep forgetting. So yeah, basically that is going there. Okay, right. Next. As your foes spring forward, you grit your teeth. These orcs from Mount Graham and the armament of the thieves is beyond what you expected. A greater threat is at work here. You must find answers, and quickly, for you have but moments before the might of this company is awakened and brought to bear against you. Right, objective has been updated. Yes, and thank you, Joel. Please like the video. Click on that little thumb. So we have an objective. We have to find the leader of the orcs and the thieves. Oh, the music's changed. Action phase. Off we go then. So tell me which view you prefer best. I think the overhead view is probably best for this sort of thing. But actually that's quite good as well. I mean, this is my secondary camera. This is like a 10-year-old camera, so the quality is not that great. But I quite like that view. So I'll stick with that one. And yeah, let me know if you want me to switch to the overhead at any point. But I think that one's quite good. And yeah, Jonathan says 26 threat. Now, because we're playing on adventure mode, this threat is going to go up slower than it would in normal mode. But when it gets to 26, the scenario is over. But at 6, something happens. Okay, so we're going to go with battle cam as the main one. Even though this one took me ages to set up this morning. You don't want me to do that one. You want me to do that one. No, that's fine. We'll go with that one. But for next time, what I could do is I could actually make battle cam. I could swap my cameras over and make the battle cam the HD one. Switch camera when you do tests. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. Off we go then. We're in the action phase. Characters get 2 actions each. What we're going to do? I don't know. So Legolas has this tireless ability. Well, that music is quite dramatic, isn't it? So there's 3 actions you can do in the game. You can move, you can attack, and you can interact. And tireless means at the end of your turn, at the end of my turn, I can discard this skill to perform an action that I have not yet performed. So I don't think I'm going to use that this turn. I'm probably going to... Oh, then again, he's got a bow, hasn't he? Now, how do bows work on the battle map? Is there infinite range? Because on the main map, you can only shoot something in the adjacent space. But on the battle map, what's the range of things? Is there a range of things? Ranged attack, 74.3. Like an old Avalon Hill book. 74.3 range. A ranged attack is an attack which during an adventure on a journey map, a hero and enemy are in range of each other if they occupy the same space. What about battle maps? What about battle maps? There is a ranged icon, you can only shoot adjacent. Even on a battle map? Well, that seems a bit restrictive. Because it does say, on a journey map, a hero and enemy group are in range if they occupy the same space or in spaces adjacent to each other. So, if that's what you're saying, do bushes provide cover? Bushes? No, bushes allow you to hide. At the end of your turn, if you're in a space with a bush, you can become hidden. Okay, so even on a battle map, I've only got range 1. But what I could do is I could move here, shoot any one of these things, and then I could carry on moving. We could just ignore these 2 and go in. I mean, we can't completely ignore them because they're gonna, they're gonna get us. I mean, I could just attack twice. Yeah, you're not limited to 1 action. Do we use Trailblazer? We're going to use Trailblazer. Right, Legolas is going to use Trailblazer first. Yeah, you could attack twice with your extra action. That's what I'm going to do. Right, so Legolas is going to use Trailblazer, so that gets discarded. And I'm going to discard it to sprint 1. Before you sprint, gain 1 inspiration. Gain 1 inspiration. And now I sprint 1, which is discard to move 1 space, right? So Legolas is going to sprint to here. Haven't done an action yet. What we're then going to do is we're then going to attack. Now, who should we attack? I think we might attack this ruffian. Yeah, I think we're going to try and attack this ruffian first. Am I playing adventure mode? Yes, I am. And I know it's probably a lot easier than it should be, but that's fine. So we're going to shoot the ruffian. Trying to remember how you do an attack. It's an agility test, isn't it? Yeah, it's an agility test, because that's that, and I've got 4 agility. So let's have a look at what we're going to... We get top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what we've got. So I have 2 successes, and I have some fate icons, and if I wanted to, I could spend that inspiration to have 3 successes. But let's have a look first at the Ruffian. So the Ruffian has 5 health and no armour. So he's only going to take 5 hits to kill him, and he's bloodthirsty, so it's going to do extra damage when it attacks. Okay, so if we look at the Great Bow, if this will focus, it probably won't focus. Got to be a better way of doing this. Yeah, it's still not focusing. Maybe move it down. Got to try and find a way for this overhead camera to focus. Anyway, the Great Bow is 2 successes is 5 hits, so I don't need to spend any inspiration. All I'm going to do is I'm going to spend those 2 successes on the Great Bow to get 5 damage. So, attack it. Sprint is supposed to move extra spaces on a move action. Can't move it by itself. I don't think so. It literally says sprint 1, brackets, during your turn, discard to move 1 space. What it says. I know thematically, sprint, you would think, boosts a normal move action. But no, it doesn't. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shot him in the chest with an arrow. Done. Remove a Ruffian. You or a nearby hero gain 1 inspiration. Okay, so we could give the inspiration to Gimli, but no, we're going to keep the inspiration for ourselves at this point in time. There you go. Right. So that's that gone. That Ruffian has been removed. And that is my first attack. So we are going to have a second attack. Now let's have a look at the goblins. So this goblin has got 3 health and 1 armor. And the other one has got 3 health and 1 armor. Right, so as long as I do 4 damage with an attack, that will do it. So we're going to shoot the one with the banner on it. And get rid of the hair off the table. Yeah, we're going to attack again. So again, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we only need 2 successes. 2 successes will be enough. And we have 1 success, but we have plenty of fate icons. So I am going to spend an inspiration to give me 2 successes, which is 5 damage. Right, it's all coming back to me now. This is all good. So attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shot straight through the armor. Goblin is dead. You or a nearby hero gain 1 inspiration. So what I'm going to do in this point, I am going to be generous, and I am going to give that to Gimli. And just so we're keeping count, that's Legolas 2, Gimli 0. Okay, just in case anybody's keeping count. Okay, so Jonathan says, sprint is a keyword that allows a hero to move extra spaces. When a hero is taking a turn during the action phase, you can discard a card to move... Yeah, exactly. So when you're taking your turn, you can discard a card with sprint to move that many extra spaces. Yeah, Gedson's here. Hi, Gedson. And me, myself, and Dice is here. Good to catch you. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Right, yeah, all that painting on the Ruffian. Yeah, 6 hours of work to paint him, and he's 1 arrow and he's dead. But that's fine. He'll be back, or his mate will be back that's wearing similar clothing. Anyway, we have done 2 actions for Legolas, so that is those gone. Now, what we're now going to do is we're going to do the bush. So after you end your turn in a space with a bush, you may test wit. And why not? Why not indeed? So I am going to test wit. I need to do a wit test. My wit is 3. So I am going to do a wit test. Now I've got 1 success. If I spend an inspiration to get another success, I will become hidden. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I'm going to. So I am going to spend my inspiration to give me the second success. So I've got 2 successes, so I am now hidden in the bush. There you go. Legolas is hidden in the bush. Awesome. You can split your movement. You can move another 2 spaces after you attack. Yeah, I could do. Yeah, if I wanted to, Legolas could have discarded Tireless to move, because he hasn't actually moved. He sprinted, but he didn't move. But no, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I'm going to keep that for later on when we might need it. Yeah, and we're now going to go to Gimli. Right, so Gimli's 2 actions. I think we're just going to... First action is move. Move into there. And then the second action is we're going to attack. We're going to attack with a battle axe. And a battle axe. So I'm going to need 2 successes. Battle axe is a might test. Might is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, need 2 successes. Got 2 successes. Excellent. Right, and special ability. When you attack, you may place 1 card from the test on top of your deck. So I am going to put that card on top of my deck, okay? And they are in a discard. Right. So the goblin is dead. Yeah. What a surprise. You or a nearby hero gain 1 inspiration. That happens every time you kill a bad guy, I think. Okay. So there we go. Slice, gone. Gimli's going to get an inspiration. Or he's going to give it to Legolas. No, he'll give it to Legolas. There you go. Right. Moved, attacked. Gimli can now test as well to see if he can become hidden. He's only got a wit of 2. And I actually don't want to. Because I want that card on top of my deck. So I'm not going to try and hide in the bush. Okay, that is the end of the turn. Oh, sorry, it's the end of the action phase. Shadow phase. So the threat's going to go up, and in adventure mode it goes up not by much. I think it's 1 per hero or something. Each hero gains an inspiration. Yeah, threat increases by 5. Now, somebody did tell me how the threat increase calculation is worked. I think it might be 2 per hero, plus 1 because of this threat token here. But anyway, threat has gone up by 5. The next turn, something's going to happen. Okay. So each hero resets their deck and then scouts 2. Okay, so reset the deck and scout 2. Question from Joshua in the chat. Only a few days ago, he was shopping around for a solo game and thought about this. Is it engaging enough in solo? I personally think so. I mean, I've said this many, many times, and I'll say it again. I much prefer playing games multiplayer. Okay, so playing this game with 2 players, I would much prefer it. Unfortunately, nobody's allowed around the house right now, and Vicky's busy working. So it is not possible for me to play this multiplayer at the moment. Is this a game I am happy playing solo? I definitely am. But yeah, the people in the chat, so yeah, Jonathan from the Hexy Beast, me, myself and Dice, they play more solo games than I do. And yeah, they like it solo as well. Don't forget the inspiration. No, I did add this inspiration. We got 2 each. So yeah, with solo you play 2 characters. It does play 1 to 5 players, although with 1 player you have to play 2 characters. So is it engaging enough? I think it's engaging in terms of there's a story, there's an adventure, there's decisions to make. It's good, and there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, there's a lot of cards with abilities, there's special powers, there's terrain bonuses. There is a lot to take into account. So what are we doing? We're scouting 2. 1, 2. Am I playing with any expansions? I do not have any of the expansions, unfortunately, due to various bits of miscommunication with Asmodee UK. Yeah, I haven't got any of the expansions. I have contacted them about it and said, look, I'm happy to keep providing coverage of your games, giving you free advertising and marketing, but they need to sort something else out regarding review copies, but that's another story. So anyway, we've drawn Paths Unseen and Paths Unseen. So I'll have Paths Unseen, and I'll put the other card on top of the deck. Next one is Gimli. Gimli is Scouting 2. And we're going to put into play... Oh, I should have done Endless Melody. Yeah, forgot about that. I think I'm going to put Poet's Heart into play and Travelling Song on top of the deck. Right. Okay, yeah, Jaws of the Lion solo is a similar thing. You have to control 2 characters. Obviously, they're both fantasy. They're both cooperative, but they're very different games. But they're both good. I like both games for different reasons. Right, okay, so where are we up to? We've done that, we've scouted 2. We're back to the action phase. Now, there's no bad guys on the board. So we can do what we want. And here's the quirk with the rules. This is the one of the things I don't like about the game, is I have this hidden card. You see, it focused then. That focused really quick. Okay, so I'll just use that. If you are attacked, before you test, prevent all damage and discard this boon. Yeah, that makes total sense. Or, when you attack, you can discard this boon to add a success, because you're attacking from a hidden location. That all makes sense thematically. However, I have this card because I'm hidden in the bush. And the quirk of this rule set is, I can now move from the bush, and I still keep this hidden card, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So unless they've errated that, or changed the rules, if they have, please let me know. Ian or Jonathan or anybody else who knows. But it seems very, very unusual that I keep this hidden status when I move out of the bush. But them's the rules. Them are the rules. Okay, so. Right, we're going to do Legolas first. First action is going to be move. And we're going to go 1, 2. I'm taking the bush with me. Taking some leaves with me from the bush. And my second action is I'm going to interact with this threat token here. Okay, so what we do is we click on the threat token. The portcullis is caked with rust, but seems to be functional, so we can sabotage it. Okay, let's do that. Finding the chain that raises the portcullis, you attempt to unbalance the weights and break it. We need to test wit. Okay. So we are testing wit. Our wit is 3. 1, 2, 3. I need to look at this Paths Unseen. After you sprint with this skill, you may place another hero in your space without provoking attacks. Ooh, nice. Okay, right. So we've got 2 successes. 1, 2. The chain snaps, shrieking and clattering as the mechanism shatters. Threat is decreased by 6. Discard the threat token. Okay, so that's basically knocked the threat back down to 0. Nice. Okay, that disappears. Yes, I am in the bush. Yeah, I was going to take the bush with me. That would be funny. Thematically, you've slipped from sight and you stay hidden until you are not. Yeah, true. Cost an action. What cost an action? That's what the arrow means. Oh, on sabotage, yes. Yeah, well, I did have an action, didn't I? Yeah. The last one used had a card text overriding that rule. Okay, not sure what that's in relation to, but we've done that right. We moved, we interacted. If there was anything to attack, I could now discard Tireless to attack. But there isn't, so we don't. That is Legolas's turn over. We're still hidden. Gimli. I mean, I could use the Paths Unseen. Yeah, no, I think we're all right for time here. We're absolutely all right. So Gimli is going to first of all move, and then second move. Right, and he doesn't have any actions left. And do that, and do that. Before you interact with the person token. Nope. Nope, nothing doing there. We are done. That is, I believe, the end of the turn. So, End action phase. Yes. Shadow phase. Threat's going to go up, but there's no bad guys on the board. So threat's going to go up by 4. We both gain an inspiration. Again, that's adventure mode. Adventure mode, you gain an inspiration every shadow phase. So yeah, threat increases by 4. And it's back to the rally phase. So we're going to scout 2. Okay, so reset the deck again. Yeah, well, this has been fairly easy. We got a good start. We did 3 attacks. And we did all right. We got the successes. This is all setting up for what's going to happen next. Right, we have light-footed and immortality. I am going to put immortality into play and light-footed on top of my deck. Okay, Gimli. We've got Travelling Song and Travelling Song. So we'll put Travelling Song into play and the other Travelling Song on top of the deck. Right, okay. Legolas needs to be painted. I know. I will. I was supposed to start it last night. Unfortunately, I had to work on rulebooks last night. And it might be that I have to work on rulebooks tonight again. Otherwise, Legolas would have been painted. Yeah, all I managed to do at the weekend was that, which is I basically paint it black first and then I dry brush it white. So yeah, that's how I start with my it's kind of like an undercoat, but it's got shade built in. It doesn't work. The method that I'm trying to use for painting doesn't really work properly. I'm still trying to learn it. I'm still not that good. Anyway, so we've scouted 2. We are in the action phase. Off we go then. Well, we'll do Gimli first. We will do Gimli and we'll click on this token. This is a lean-to display. A lean-to displays a strange symbol painted on its front. Your foes position themselves to defend this structure. Their leader is surely within. Within where? A bit weird. Right, okay, so we've got 2 options. We can either sneak forward or taunt the leader out. Now, Gimli's not so good at sneaking, especially because he's wearing ringmail armor, but he is good at taunting. So this is what we're going to choose to do. Gimli is going to spend an action to taunt the leader out. Readying your weapon, you call out with a ringing challenge to whoever may be within. So we have to test spirit. Now, Gimli's spirit is 4. So he's awesome at the spirit thing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 successes and we can buy a 3rd if we want to. And I'm going to, because Gimli's limit of inspiration is 3. So he's at his limit. It isn't a combat test, so they go there. 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. Is that going to be enough? There is a silence following your brave words. Then an enormous scarred orc steps out from the lean-to. He has nearly donned his chest plate, but tosses it aside in response to your taunts. Come, little one, we fight. Place 1 orc marauder as indicated. This is Gulgatar, the orc leader. Ooh, right. Okay, so we need an orc leader. This is an orc marauder, but this is newly painted. Nobody's seen these before. These weren't in the last one. So this is yeah, this is the orc marauder. There we go. Look, he's back. Right, so that's him. So he's there. And continue. The scarred orc bears a large tattoo on his blubberous arm, the strange sigil you saw painted on the tent. The symbol is an amalgamation of orc superiority and something foreign, or perhaps very old, like a twisted script of Westernese, inscribed by an evil hand. Regardless, the reverence of those around him mark this orc as their leader, and if defeated, surely your foes will flee. Lore increases by 1, and we have a new objective, which is to defeat Gulgatar. Okay, let's have a look at Gulgatar. So he's got 8 health, he's got 2 points of armor, and he's an orc champion, so when he attacks, his damage and fear is increased. Right, now, the good news is, Gimli has only had 1 action, hasn't he? Yeah, Gimli's only had 1 action, which was to interact. So Gimli can now attack. As Gimli's second action, we can attack. So we're going to. Now, Not that. It's not that. Oh, we can apply stun to it. I might do that in a minute. We will see. I'm going to attack first. So this is 4. Because it's a might test because I'm using a battle axe. Here we go. Oh, he's got his cut off. And he's got no successes. But I have drawn 3 of those. So I am going to convert 2 of those into successes using my inspiration. And then the 2 successes on the battle axe. Yeah, I'll just use this camera for closing. It's this camera, although it's like 80 quid off eBay 3 years ago, it's auto-focusing really quickly. Whereas the overhead camera is a lot more expensive. It doesn't want to do it. So yeah, battle axe, you can see here, 2 successes, 6 hits. And that's the problem. If I swap the cameras over and make that the really nice camera, it might not focus as well. So anyway, 6 hits onto Golgotha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first 2 has knocked the armour down. But that's alright. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know what Sunder does. I think Sunder removes the armour. Yeah, no, that's okay. By 6 hits. Done. Okay. Yes, I was going to stun it. Oh, can the enemy attack? Yes, I should have stunned it first, shouldn't I? I forgot about this attack of opportunity. Yes, the enemy can attack. The Orc Lieutenant knows much of battle tactics and combat to your dismay. So he's doing huge amounts of damage. 3 damage and 3 fear. But wisdom negates. So I need to be doing my wisdom test. Wisdom is 2. Not great. But I have guard. I was going to use guard. No, I was going to use that to stun. Oh well. 1 success, so that reduces 1 damage. So, here's how the damage works. Second one, joking says, have you ever thought about doing a Patreon live stream of painting a miniature? I have, and it was mentioned. Yeah, the reason why it won't work is my painting time is when I'm downstairs watching TV with Vicky. So yeah, it's basically time spent with Vicky in the front room watching TV and painting. I never just sit there and paint a miniature with nothing else going on. I'm always doing it whilst TV's on. So although I want to do a Patreon live stream of me painting, it would be very, very long because I'm really slow, and it means then I wouldn't be getting anything else done. So that's kind of why I've not done it just yet. Anyway, back to the damage. Yeah, maybe it'll be a Patreon bonus live stream at some point, because I do want to do it. So I've got 1 negation on this, so I can only negate, use the guard card to block 3 fear. I need to read the guard again. I thought guard just protected from 1 damage or 1 fear. Multiple heroes can, yeah. Ah, you've got to do it before the damage and fear cards are revealed. Oh, right, so that's now. Yeah, I think that's only going to prevent 1. Yeah, it's not that much, is it? Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't have tested 2. I'm wearing ring mail. Right, apologies for this. I'm wearing ring mail. And ring mail says, if you would test, whatever that is, wisdom, agility, or wit to negate, you can test might instead. So, instead of what we've just had, it wasn't just these 2 cards. It wasn't just those 2. It's actually 4. Which is no different. It's still only 1 success. Right, so I could use the guard card. I could use the Song of Mocking. But I was also going to do that to stun. I don't think I'm going to need to be honest. I think we're okay. I'm just going to take the damage. Or the fear. Now Gimli is good at sustaining damage. So I'm going to take 3 damage. 3 damage and 2 fear is what I'm going to take. Okay, so I've got my damage dex here. So 3 damage and 2 fear. And we resolve each of these cards in order. So first of all, we have weariness, which is just put the card face down. Okay, so it goes there. We have stunned, so we have to flip a damage and a fear face up, then discard this card. Okay, so how does that work? Flip the damage and the fear face up, then discard this card. So the weariness that got flipped face down, I now just flip it face up, and then this gets discarded? That seems weird. Suffer 1 face down fear, then flip this card face down. Okay, so that goes face down, and then I get a face down fear. Flip 1 fear face up, then flip this card face down. Okay, I might be doing this completely wrong. The card that's been flipped over is that one. You and each nearby hero suffer 1 damage. Then discard this card. Okay, so I get an extra damage. That gets discarded. Flip this card face down. Discard all of your boons. I don't have any boons. And then flip this card face down. So have I done that right? That seems weird. Oops. Just fallen over my extra screen that I put on. In fact, I can get rid of that. It didn't need it in the end. Right, so what have I done with regards to the damage? You deal them face up 1 at a time. Yeah, I did that. Flip damage up, then back down. That was a mega attack. Face up, fear and damage are harder to heal. Oh, okay, right. So I think this is it. We have 2 face down damage. We have 2 face down fear. And we have 1 face up damage. Okay, I think that's right. And now if we wanted to, we could stun him. I'm going to use my Song of Mocking. We're going to discard Song of Mocking to stun 1 enemy in your space. Okay, so we've done the damage. I'm then going to go here and we're going to attack it with stun. Apply no hits, yes, but we've stunned it. But I don't know what stun does. Maybe I should have read what stun did. Because if all it does is exhaust him, see modifiers on page 19. Page 19. Stun. If the stun modifiers are applied to an enemy group, that enemy group is exhausted. And if it's elite, it cannot counterattack. Yeah, so I should have done that first. That was my bad, so I didn't bother doing that. I should have stunned it first. That would have exhausted it. And then it wouldn't have counterattacked. Yeah, bad play on my part. But anyway, we are done. That is Gimli done. Gimli interacted with the token and then attacked. So now we have Legolas. Legolas is going to use the Paths Unseen card to sprint and move to here. And we're in the space with a fire pit. If you attack while in a space with a fire pit, you can discard a card with that. Yeah, okay, so we're going to do that. And we're still hidden, because remember, he's walking around with a leaf in front of him. So, yeah, we're going to attack. So first action is attack. We're attacking for 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We are discarding the hidden card to get 1 extra success. We also have strike 2. I can discard that to add 2 hits. Yeah, we've got this sorted easily. So, here we go. Yeah. 2 successes, 3 successes. And I can convert that to give it Pierce because of the fire pit. Okay, so 3 successes and Pierce is 7 damage with Pierce. So I think this guy is a bit dead. Attack. Pierce gets rid of the armour, and then yeah. Remove Gulgatar, you or a nearby hero gain 1 inspiration. We'll give it to Gimli, because Gimli doesn't have any inspiration. So now he does. Gulgatar falls to his hands and knees, gasping for air and spitting dark, vicious blood. You step forward to subdue him, but something in the orc's carriage gives you a moment's warning. In a flash, he lashes out and attempts to sweep your legs from beneath you with his own. The hero who defeated Gulgatar must test agility. Right, well that's Legolas. So Legolas has got an agility of 4. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Russ is here. Hi, Russ. Yes, this is a different element of the game. Yeah, exactly. So we've got 1 success. I am going to spend 2 inspiration for 2 extra successes. We'll see if that's enough. So 3 successes. You easily evade the attack, but Gulgatar is soon back upon his feet, blade in hand. Place Gulgatar in the space with the hero who tested. Continue your assault. Right, so Gulgatar has basically got a second life. He goes there. Okay, well that's surprising. Now, Legolas still has another attack, doesn't he? I've only had 1 attack. Because I did the sprint to here, and then I attacked, so now I can just attack again. Yeah, I think I can attack again. So we will. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to use the strike. So I discard that to add another 2 hits. And we could add Pierce. So here we go. Now, that's not great. We've drawn no successes and we've only got 1 inspiration. So we spend that inspiration to get 1 success, which is 2 hits, plus another 2 hits for the immortality. And we're adding Pierce or Smite. Let's have a look at what Smite does. Because I might want Smite instead. Hits ignore an enemy's group's sorcery when they are applied in conjunction with the Smite modifier. I have no idea what that means. Check Gulgatar's state. Okay, I will. He's huge. He's got extra health. Oh yeah, he's got an extra armor. So yeah, we're definitely doing Pierce. So Pierce, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. You can't hit your back. Yeah. Thwack. Right, can the enemy attack? No, because he's exhausted. I think that's right. Yeah, he's exhausted, he can't hit me back, so no. Right, that is the end of the action phase, I think. Yep, end of the action phase. So we gain an inspiration each. Rate increases by 4. Right, past that. A bandit archer on a high wall looses a shaft with practiced precision as more enemies scramble into the courtyard. Gimli suffers 2 damage. Agility negates. But because he's wearing ring mail, that is actually might instead. With no cards left. Yeah, okay. So we're testing for 2 damage. Might negates. How many successes have we got? We have 1 success. So I am going to discard this guard card. So that makes it 2 successes. So we've taken no damage. Okay. So no damage from Gimli. But we are adding a Goblin Scout on the indicated space. Okay, so let's get a Goblin Scout who looks very similar to the last one. And what else? A Ruffian on the indicated space. In fact, I'll use a different Ruffian. I'll use this one. Though I've painted the Ruffians all slightly different colour schemes. So that's going to go there. And anything else? No. Rally phase. Okay, so each hero resets their deck and scouts too. Right, here we go then. So we almost did it. And then unfortunately some extra bad guys have appeared. But all we need to do is defeat Golgotha. So I think we'll be alright. I think we'll just do it as soon as we can. Legolas is going to just shoot him a couple of times. So we're going to put... we'll put Trailblazer into play and put Light-Footed on top of the deck. And Gimli. Restless Axe or Restless Axe. We'll put Restless Axe in play and the other one on top of the deck. Right, okay. Did I paint them? Yes, I did. I've been painting them for the last couple of months. I'm going to put a photo somewhere because I finished doing the bases at the weekend, so I haven't yet got a photo of all of them with the bases. And sneak preview, you're probably not going to see this today, but yeah. This is one of the wolves. Go on, focus, focus, focus. Yeah, this is one of the wolves I've done. Anyway, yeah, you'll see that in a future video. Flip the damage face down on Gimli. Mix of face up and face down. Yeah, this one is face up because I drew another card that told me to flip one damage face up. So I did. Oh, but then it says flip it face down. So... oh, okay, so it flips face up, and then its text activates and it gets flipped face down. Right, okay, I get it. I get it. I think. Okay, so it is the action phase, and we just need to defeat Golgotha. So I'm actually going to ignore these other ones, and we're just going to try and defeat Golgotha. Now, can Gimli sprint? Gimli cannot sprint. Ah, but Restless Axe, at the start of your turn, you may discard this skill to attack and add 2 hits. Unfortunately, he's not in a space with somebody else. So I can't do that. Okay, well, Jonathan and Ian are disagreeing on the card, so I will let you read the rules and see what you think. I have a feeling that Jonathan's correct, but that's a memory that I have from last time I played it. That whenever a card is flipped face up, you resolve it, and resolving it, because otherwise, what's the point in flipping a card face up? I think, but yeah, I'll let you guys read the rules and see what you think. Right. So where are we up to? Yeah, I think we'll just do Gimli first. So Gimli's first action is to move into here, pick up some heated coal from the fire pit, and then use his axe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will be attacking with the fire pit, so I can convert one of these into pierce. Let's see what we've got. We've got only 1 success, but I can buy another success using an inspiration. I've got 2 successes, and I can put Restless Axe on top of my deck. 2 successes is 6 hits, and with the fire pit, that's pierce. So if we go to Mr. Golgotha, I think you'll find his days are numbered. So pierce, 6 hits. Gaining inspiration. Yeah, we'll have an inspiration. Thank you very much. The enormous orc roars and looks in disbelief at the blood soaking his furs and armour, ignoring what should be a mortal wound. He swings his blade in a wild arc, driving you back. Then he turns and throws himself through a weak section of the old stone wall. It crumbles before him, and more orcs pour through to attack you. Interesting spelling of armour there. Yeah, maybe they've gone with the English one because it's Tolkien. You turn the bandit fortifications against these new arrivals, and they soon retreat, leaving their dead and dying behind. Golgotha, however, is not among the casualties as you had hoped. In full retreat, you surmise that the orc is headed north, towards reinforcements or home. Wishing to finish your task and granted no respite, you take but a moment's rest, then gather your gear and begin the hunt. The heroes have defeated Gulgatar once, though they will need to face him again before their quest is complete. Lore increases by 2. Each hero receives 4 experience. Ta-da! Right, that is scenario 2 done. We are going to do scenario 3 today. The plan was to do at least 2 chapters today. We will see how we go on. But I'm just going to have a look at the chat to see if we've got an answer to this question. And I will have a look through the rules myself just while we're here. So damage, because I think Jonathan's right. Suffering, damage and fear. You reveal the top card of the deck, resolve its ability. The ability instructs the hero to either discard the card or place it face up or face down in their play area. If a game effect specifically instructs a hero to suffer a number of face down damage, you just take a card, put it face down without looking at it. Damage or fear cards that remain face up in a hero's play area have abilities that are persistent and negatively affect the hero while they remain in the play area. When a game effect instructs a hero to flip 1 or more damage cards face up, the hero selects one of those cards at random from among all of their face down damage or fear cards, right? And it doesn't say you resolve it. 22.8 doesn't say you resolve it. It just says if you're instructed to flip a card face up, you randomly choose one and flip it face up. How many chapters does the base game have? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How many does it have? Jonathan and Ian will know because they've played it. But Ian is admitting that Jonathan is correct. So where is it in the rules that when you flip a card face up, you resolve its effect? Because I didn't see it. It just says, when a game effect instructs a hero to flip 1 or more damage or fear face up, that hero selects those cards at random from all their face down damage or fear cards. Let's just read it again. No, it's not there. Okay, let me know in the chat. It's on BGG. Right, okay, thank you very much. So it is on BGG. Jonathan is correct. We are done. Chapter 3. Off we go. Dark Eglantine. For days you follow the host of enemies as they flee north, until their rear guard turns and gives battle. Though ultimately you overcome them, the distance to Gulgatar has grown far greater. Now you seek the aid of a local ranger, Hanara, for she knows these paths and perhaps a secret way. However, the hour grows late and you have yet to find her. You begin to think that perhaps she is within one of the many caves in the area, but then you hear cries of pain from nearby ruins. If she is in danger, or perhaps wounded by your foe, you must hurry to her aid. The next adventure will be a journey map. Okay. So, we have 5 XP for our characters. That means we can buy an extra card, or we could get rid of that card and add a different one instead. Okay? Now, I'm going to just unclick, I'm going to just uncheck that, and I'm going to get Legolas's cards out. Where did I put them? Because yeah, we might want to remove the word of warning and have a look. If you fail, you don't retry, you move forward to a different scenario. Ah, right, okay. I'd forgotten about that. 14 chapters. Because here was me thinking that if I failed, I'd have to redo it. And that's one reason why I was playing on easy, because I didn't want to bother have to keep replaying the same one over and over again. But apparently that's not the case, which is really good. I like the fact that the adventure, that's one of the downsides with Gloomhaven, but it's the only way that the game will work, is that if you fail a scenario, you have to do it again. I like, because that's a big sprawling campaign, I like ones like this or Arkham Horror where the story progresses whether you succeed or fail. Because, you know, that's a bit more realistic. Anyway, what cards have we got? Where's the cards from before? Here we go. So Legolas has a choice of ambush, find a way, shortcut. Oh, there's 2 ambushes on there. Ambush, ambush, shortcut, and find a way. Right, okay. So let's zoom in again. Let's have a look at these cards. Okay, so we could have 2 of Word of Warning, Trail Sign, or Baited Trap. Now, Word of Warning is already in my deck. Okay, so we could have 2 of the top 3 or 1 of the bottom 4. Now, these bottom 4 do have fate icons in the top left, which are therefore better. I quite like Ambush. When an enemy moves into a space, any space anywhere, when an enemy moves into a space, you may discard this skill to attack that enemy. Okay, if possible, right. Add 1 to get an automatic success, or you can discard it for strike 2. Yeah, I quite like Ambush. Unless anybody objects, I am going to respec Legolas and we're going to buy Ambush instead. Right, now Gimli, on the other hand, I'm going to take that card out of the sleeve, put that one in the sleeve, and put that one in the deck. Right, so that's Legolas's cards done. Now Gimli's cards, again, we've already got the Song of Mocking, so we could have 2 of those 3, or we can have Endless Wonder, During Song, Lay of Nimrodel, and Burst into Song, which is one of those 4. So we can have 2 of the top 3, or one of the bottom 4. Right, well, I don't want that one. Not bothered about that one. Not jumping out at me. Guard 2 is quite nice. No, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to put in Word of Peace instead. Okay, now what that means is I need to go and get another sleeve. So bear with us a minute. Oh. Right, back. Right, so that's Gimli's deck sorted. Right, let's zoom out because we are now going to set up for chapter 3. Yeah. So what did I put in? I put in Word of Peace and Song of Mocking. Yeah, okay, so continue. We're not going to change roles. We're happy with the roles. Right, chapter 3. I will do all of this admin while this is off screen. Legolas stoops to the ground and traces the imprint of fresh tracks. Even as you determine their course, you sense something new on the air. Mixed in the cool but fading mists of morning, you smell smoke. Not the aged ash of last night's camp, but something current, something near. Each hero scouts 3, so we need to set up first. Let's get rid of this. Let's put the bad guys over there. This can go. We've got that. We don't start with any inspiration. We've got that. We need to take out Musician 1. Where is Musician 1? There is Musician 1. The rest of the cards get discarded. Is that a crackling fire in the soundtrack or somebody typing? I don't know, I'm not typing. So maybe it's a crackling fire in the soundtrack. I've also got the window open a little bit and there are birds singing outside, so you might hear that as well. Lore is... yeah, lore will allow you to upgrade your items as well. Alex is saying usually saves up experience and buys the cards with successes. But yeah, as I say, you can respec your character. So as soon as I've got the right number of XP, I will be getting rid of those cards that I've just put in. Definitely. And replacing it with a better one. Because yeah, you need more successes in your deck. Absolutely. Right, Trailblazer is there. Oh, it's so good to have these cards in sleeves. I played without sleeves in Chapter 1 and shuffling them was like, oh, I could feel the damage being dealt to the cards. So, right, cold cup of tea. That's disgusting. Right, so we're scouting 3, even though we haven't set the map up yet. We've no idea what we're going to face. We've not been told to set the map up at all yet. We've just got lots of fog. So yeah, we're doing a scouting 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, well, we're definitely putting follow to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to choose Keen Eyes and put the other one on top of the deck. So my ranged attacks can target enemies 1 additional space away. That's permanent, as long as I've got that skill in play. But when I attack, I can discard it to add 2 hits. Ancient Wisdom or Honed Agility. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to put Ancient Wisdom, I'm going to put Honed Agility on top of the deck. Right, okay, off we go then. Place tile 201 as indicated. 201B. Right, so I need to hunt around because these are not in any order. Last time I sort of had them in a rough order. This time I do not. I've just dumped them out while I was quickly eating my dinner. 201B. Right, okay, so 201B is going like so. And if you didn't remember from last time, Scout 3 for Gimli, not 2. Why? Why was it Scout 3 for Gimli? I thought it said Scout 2. Not sure why it should be Scout 3 for Gimli. Anyway, if you remember from last time, this fog basically tells you where the future map tiles are going to go. So we know that 201B is actually down at the bottom of the map, so we can put it here. We know the rest of it is going to expand in that direction. It was Scout 3, I did 3 for Legacy. Oh right, sorry for that. It should have been an extra card. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put that on top and I'll put the Honed Agility on the bottom. Okay, sorry, it was Scout 3, not Scout 2. Right. It's because I'm playing Adventure Mode. What, the Scout 3? Well, I'm not sure about that. Because in the previous one it was Scout 2. Anyway, we've placed tile 201B as indicated. You descend a wooded bluff and find a ruin hidden beneath a thick canopy of trees. A pained cough and the crackle of a small fire echoes through the otherwise silent devastation. Place the heroes as indicated. Heroes are going here and here. Can I turn this round so that it's the same orientation? Yes, I can. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to orientate that the same way as I've got my board orientated. Yeah. You see the flicker of a small fire and a woman clad in the garb of the Rangers of the North. A dark arrow protrudes from her thigh. Place a person token as indicated. Okay, so the person token goes here. There we go. Right, next. A bed of dark red flowers surrounds an ancient stone. So there is something to search. There. Okay. Right, 206B. 206B. And that is going like so. There we go. Right. And what are we putting on there? Exploration token. So that's not been explored yet. The enormous orc roars and looks in disbelief at the blood soaking his furs and armour, ignoring what should be a mortal wound. He swings his blade in a wild arc, driving you back. Then he turns and throws himself through a weak... Wait a minute. That must be a bug. That's the same text from previously, isn't it? Where's this come from? He turns and throws himself through a weak section of the old stone wall that crumbles before him, and more orcs through to protect you. Wait, that text... I think that text is wrong. I think that's a bug. Because that flavour text there doesn't make any sense with where we are, unless I've missed something. But anyway, we're putting 3 goblin... Forget that bit. GM glitch. 3 goblin scouts on the indicated space. Right, okay, so 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 3 of these. Off camera. So they are going... Oh, that's in the space with me. If that isn't a bug, somebody tell me how that makes any sense whatsoever. I thought Golgotha has gone. It's the Kool-Aid man of the orcs, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a bug. Objective updated. We have to examine the wounded ranger. Okay, so that is our first objective. But we do have 3 goblins here. They are all 3 health, 1 armour. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're doing. There we go. We've got 3 goblins, and we probably should deal with them first. Got something in my teeth. Right. Well, let's do Gimli first. Let's just have Gimli do an attack action against one of the goblins. Right. Okay. So it's odd. The story of Golgotha making his escape leaves you with his trailing minions. Yeah. Groundhog Day again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're attacking one of the goblins. Okay, we have 2 successes, which is easily enough. Oh no. When you're attacking a group, do the hits carry over? I think they do, don't they? So actually, if I can do 8 damage, that would actually kill 2 of them. So anyway, I've drawn these cards. So as you can see, that is 2 successes. And yeah, I can't convert that one. So it is 2 successes. Because of my special ability, after I attack, I can put one of these cards on top of my deck. So I'm going to put Restless Axe on top of my deck. Those cards go to my discard pile. I have 2 successes, which according to my Battle Axe is 6 hits. Or I could do 2 hits and sunder, but then there's nothing to do with the other one. So back to the app, 6 hits. 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's killed one of them, and it's done 1 damage on another one. I think that's it. Okay, apply 6 hits, yes. Unfortunately, they can attack back. Remove a Goblin Scout. I will. Goblin Scout has been removed. Can the enemy attack? Yes. A thin goblin lets out an ear-splitting cry, trying to unnerve you. You stand your ground, fixing an icy stare at the wretched creature. Okay, so we are doing Spirit Negates. My Spirit is 4. If you suffer no damage or fear from this attack, gain 1 inspiration. Okay. Well, let's see what we get. So we're about to take 2 fear, but we're testing Spirit. And we've drawn 2 successes. So we suffer no fear, which means we gain an inspiration because of this, which works thematically. He's basically, he's shrieking at us. He's not physically attacking us. So we gain an inspiration, and that's that. Now, that was Gimli's first attack. So Gimli can attack again. Yeah, why not? So Gimli's going to attack again, second time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have no successes. I could buy one if I wanted to, because I have an inspiration, but I don't think I want to. So no successes. But at the end of my turn, I can discard this skill to prepare a song from my discard pile if I do gain an inspiration. Because I forgot that last time. So we are going to do that. We're going to discard this to prepare. Now, it's at the end of my turn, so I can't take Song of Mocking and then use it. I don't think. I'm going to take... Oh, I will take Song of Mocking. Yeah, I'll take it and prepare it. There we go. Yeah, Battle Cam is good. 2 hits and Sunder would reduce it to 1 Orc Scout. Oh, would it? I've forgotten what Sunder does. Anyway, I've done it now. Might be the wrong thing, might not be. I don't know. Gimli is done. We're now going to go... In fact, I'll move it closer to here for the battle cam. So we're now going to do Legolas. Well, look, first thing Legolas is going to do is Legolas is going to attack. Okay, so we're going to attack with the bow. Again, 4 agility. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I wanted to, I can discard to add 2 hits. Now, when can you do that? When you can discard strike. Striker. When a hero is performing an attack, you can discard a card that has the strike X keyword to add X hits to the enemy group. You can only discard it if it's prepared. Yes. So presumably you can add that afterwards. And it adds hits. It doesn't add successes. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Let me just look at what Sunder does again. Sunder. Sunder modifier permanently decreases an enemy's armor by 1. If defeated, the armor of another enemy in the group is also reduced by 1. Oh, right. Okay. That's quite cool. I can also explore. Can I explore? I don't think I can explore. Right. So. Yeah, so Legolas is attacking. Nothing. No successes at all. That's rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish. Right, okay. So no successes. This is why you should start with 1 inspiration. It seems odd. Oh, Matt's just joined in. Hi, Matt. Thank you for joining in. Didn't see you join in there. Oh, there he is, Matt. Yeah. So, I guess we'll shoot again. Yeah, we'll do the same thing again. We'll just shoot again. First arrow missed. Second arrow. There we go. 2 successes, which is 5 hits. Okay, so is that gonna be good? Is that gonna be enough? Oh, Loki's trying to get in the door. Hey, Loki. Come on. TV time. Is he bothered about TV time? No, he's bothered about looking outside time. Yeah, the window's open. Don't jump out. Right, what's 5 going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to do it. I'm going to discard Keen Eyes to add 2 hits. Because what that does is kills everything. There you go. Done. Remove 2 Goblin Scouts. You or a nearby hero gains an inspiration. It's going to be Legolas. Legolas is going to gain the inspiration. Okay, nice. So what was that? That was 2 Goblin Scouts gone. And that was Legolas's 2 attacks. So Gimli had 2 attacks, Legolas had 2 attacks. That's it. I just spent my whole turn defeating those goblins. But that's fine. That was worthwhile. Right, next. We both gain an inspiration. So Gimli is now on 3. Legolas is on 2. The shadow deepens. Threat increases by 4. Rally phase. So what is it doing? Scouting. Scouting 2. Okay, so reset the deck. Scout 2. Yeah, bye-bye goblins. They are ex-goblins. These goblins are dead. Yeah, Gimli didn't do too well last time, did he? Gimli almost died and had to do his last stand thing. So Legolas has got Honed Agility or Undying Might. We're going to go with Honed Agility, and we're going to put the other one on top of the deck because we now have inspiration tokens. Okay. The other thing with playing this solo is I'm having to obviously switch focus between the two characters, and I'm having to do this admin for each character. If you were playing this multiplayer, it would go quicker because both characters would be doing both characters would be played by an individual player and therefore would be doing this at the same time. And yeah, my brain, for all of its things that it can do, running multiple characters, not something that I'm especially good at. So, focus, focus, focus. These are the 2 cards I've got. We're going to put... Kinship is really not good. Before a nearby hero tests, you may discard this skill for that hero to reveal 2 additional cards. If they are a dwarf, they will never be a dwarf in the base set. There is only 1 dwarf in the game. So that's a bit rubbish. Yeah, I'll take the Honed Agility. No, I'll take Kinship and I'll put Honed Agility on top of the deck. I guess there are some dwarves. I know the sleeves are the wrong size, John. I said this at the start, and I knew somebody would. I knew somebody would comment on it. But these are the sleeves that I had, so I just got them and I sleeved it quickly. Right. Okay. We have scouted 2. We are done. Action phase. Off we go. Right. Now we're going to be doing things with people this turn, because this is the ranger here. I just don't know if it's Legolas or Gimli that should go and speak to her. I think we'll do Gimli. Oh, we have a token here. I forgot about this token. Let's click on that token. A bed of dark red flowers surrounds an ancient stone. That's probably just something that's going to get us lore, which we do want to do. But what test is that going to be, do we think? I'll leave that to Legolas to do. Yeah, okay, right. So Gimli is going to move as the first action. I'm going to move 1 to here. We're then going to interact with this person token, and then we're going to move the second one into here once we're done. Can't remember if exploring is free in this scenario. Exploring is always free. If you mean moving onto a space, it's always free. Right, so we're interacting with this person token. The ranger's skin is clammy and her head rocks weakly back and forth. Right, so we're spending an action to examine her wound. Foul-smelling black ichor, is it ichor? I think it's ichor, drips from the wound. Dark veins creep from the gash in the ranger's thigh, reaching ever deeper under her skin. Catching your hand, she manages to rasp out a few words before succumbing to delirium. The dark eglantine. The hips of the dark eglantine. An antidote, please. Threat increases by 4. Okay, so threat's gone up by 4. So she's poisoned. And we need an antidote. There are several bundles of herbs and roots arrayed around the crude campsite, and the ranger grasps an old recipe. Indeed, the only missing component is the dark eglantine of which she spoke. A sketch below the name shows a rose bush suspended from the ceiling of a cave. Perhaps you should start by finding a cave or hall. Ooh. Right, 302B. There we go. 302B is placed like so. Okay. Put an exploration token on it. Pop. Objective updated. Search for the hips of dark eglantine that grow underground. Okay. Now, Gimli still has 1 movement point. What am I using to switch cameras? I have an Elgato Stream Deck. Yeah, I bought it recently, and it's made things a lot easier. So, yeah, Patreon funds sometimes go to buying new equipment. Definitely need to buy some more lighting. But yeah, I used some of the Patreon funds a couple of months ago to buy an Elgato Stream Deck, which is here. Can I lift it up? Oh, is it going to lift up? No. Anyway, it's there. Just it's here. And then you've got to configure it with the software and everything else. Anyway, it works really well. So, yeah, basically we remove the person token, I think. No, we leave the person token because the ranger is still there, but Gimli is now using his other movement point to move to here. So what we now do is we click on this and we are exploring. An area of ruined foundations marks where a settlement used to be. Discard the exploration token, gain 1 inspiration. Okay, discard that, gain an inspiration. Oh, he can't have the inspiration. He's already got 3. Bad play. Bad play. Markings on a crumbling wall show that there used to be an advanced civilization here. Place a search token as indicated. Okay, so we're putting a search token here. Yeah, I should have explored with Legolas. Your journey continues. Right, that I think is Gimli done. Because Gimli did 1 action, which was to move, and the other action was to interact. So now we're going to go to Legolas. We'll probably leave Gimli to sort this out. Legolas needs to go up here and explore. I can't move there yet. I'm not sure what you mean, Jonathan. Need to explore first. You can't move there yet. I thought the rules were when you move into an area for the first time, that is exploring it. Unless I've completely misunderstood the exploration rules. I mean, that's like a fundamental basic rule, unless I was playing it wrong last time, which I don't think I was. Exploration, yeah. A map tile that has an exploration token on it is unexplored. When a hero moves into any space on the unexplored tile, you must immediately explore the tile. Yeah, so you move onto it, and that's how you explore it. You explore from adjacent spaces. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. That's not how it works. That's quite clear in the rules. Learn to play guide, page 6. Yeah, you'd be playing it wrong, I'm afraid. So, yeah, so that's Gimli done. So Legolas is going to, first of all, interact with this token here, which is this one. A bed of dark flowers surrounds an ancient stone. Search. Right, as you step into the bed of crimson blooms, you find a peace within, a respite from the world's toils. Test wit. Okay, so Legolas's wit is 3. Oh, and I've got this ability. I keep forgetting this ability. Once per round, I can spend an inspiration to move without provoking an attack of opportunity. Yes, Jonathan, sorry. It's all right. I've had that. I've had games that I've played 5 or 6 times, and then somebody comes along and says, you're playing it wrong. And I'm like, no. And then they point to the rule book, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been playing it wrong. Sometimes for years. Right, so Legolas has drawn this. That's 1 success. I don't think 1 success is going to be enough, so I am going to spend a inspiration to buy an extra success. So there you go. 2 successes. 1, 2. You immediately understand that the tranquility you feel is not safety, but an effect from the pollen you have stirred up. You hurry away, and once your head clears, you study the rock from a distance. You record the markings etched upon its surface. Dot. Space. Dot. Scout 2, discard this search token. Okay, so we're discarding the search token. Did our lore go up from that? Did we get anything? I mean, we got a Scout 2. Scout 2's alright, isn't it? It's like Ancient Wisdom or Unyielding Spirit. Doesn't really matter. I'll have Ancient Wisdom. Put that on top of the deck. Right. Will it make a difference? I don't I don't think it makes a difference, but Jonathan was saying earlier on... Oh, Peter's got to go. Thank you for joining in, Peter. Jonathan was saying earlier on that exploring might be an action. Exploring is not an action. It happens automatically when you move onto a space on an unexplored tile. If you were doing exploration as an action, that would have made the game a lot harder. Right, that's Legolas's first action done. Legolas's second action is going to be... No. Yes, no. I'm not going to choose my second action. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Trailblazer card to sprint. And before I sprint, I get an inspiration. Okay, so that goes there, and I sprint onto here, which automatically explores... perhaps there are other such ancient stones in the area that are not also treacherous. Right, okay. So Legolas is going to explore here. Judging by the remaining ruins, there used to be a shrine of some sort here, with many storage rooms surrounding it. Discard the token, gain an inspiration. Okay, so Legolas is now on 3 inspiration. A faint buzzing sound alerts you to something amiss in this area. So we need a search token here. This is a faint buzzing sound, whatever that is. DVS has just joined in from Spain. Thank you for joining in. And a rucksack made of rough canvas has been abandoned here. Okay, so we need another search token here. Now this is exciting. For those people who haven't played this game or have got this game, you're about to see something that we haven't seen before, which is internal. So these tiles are all double-sided, and on the other side, some of them actually have an inside cave. So we have this one. This is 204B, and this is going to go on the end here, like so. So yeah, this is basically a cave entrance, and there's various icons on here that are dark and all sorts of stuff. It's quite cool. It's another part of the game that we haven't seen yet, but we're going to go inside some caves. We need an exploration token on there. Oh gosh, 306B, a big one. 306B. Right, so this is going... Which way round is this going? I think it's like that. I think that's it. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, exploration token on there as well. And 207B. Now this is inside. This is an actual building. This isn't caves. Ooh. 207B, which I just happen to have right here next to me. So this is going here. And if you are watching this stream and didn't watch part 1, you may think that this game is not replayable because it's scenario based, but actually every time you play the game, the app generates a slightly different map for you. Well, there's multiple configurations of map. So if you were to play this game right now, or if I was to play this scenario straight away, the same scenario, it would be a different layout. So that's quite cool. It's not always exactly the same. Another exploration token on there. Foul creatures slink into sight, clearly hunting for the injured ranger and anyone who might aid her. That's me. Yeah, right. We have an orc hunter. So this is another figure, another new figure. This is an orc with a bow. And that is going to go there. So again, this is another figure we've not seen yet. Another one that I painted last week. So these came out quite nice. I was really happy with these. The only downside being the copper belt that I sort of gave him in dark light. Unfortunately, it's a bit too red. It kind of blended in with the skirt a bit. And I wanted it to stand out. It's kind of like a copper spiky thing that he's got around its waist. But anyway, this is the Orc Ranger. Sorry, the Orc Hunter. So that goes there. It's just one of them. 208B, more insides. This is a big map. Is this an inside one? Yes, it is. This is a building. That one? Yep, it's that one. So that's going... Oh, gosh. It's going there. Is that even all on battle cam? It's not. So we're going to have to shuffle this around to there. There we go. We're all on. Awesome. We can probably zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Unless the map's going to get any bigger, which I don't know. And we have an exploration token on there. I love the little touch, the way the exploration token bounces. It lands and then bounces a little bit. Little things like that that make me happy. Oh, we're still going. 303B. That's this one. And this one is going here. Like so. And that gets an exploration token on it. Right. This map is now turning out to be pretty big. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Right, I've completely lost track of where we even are. So there's the map. And that's where we are. Right, so this was Legolas's turn. That was it, he sprinted. So I've still got one action left, and the reason why I sprinted is so that if an enemy turned up, I actually had an action left to attack it, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my last action to attack this orc. So let's have a look at this orc. Yes, Legolas still has one action. Thank you. Which is this one. So it's got range. Oh, and it should have a banner on it. Banner on it. So, oh, now what's this? This, I think, is sorcery. And I don't quite know what sorcery is. Shrouded. Each enemy gains extra sorcery. When this group attacks, its fear is increased. Okay, but basically, if I do 7 damage, it's dead. Okay, let's see what we can do. So Legolas is going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jonathan's trying to figure out where you got that thing scouring the rulebook. Yeah, well, it's just, yeah, as I say, I've had it. You know, people think, oh, I'm the rules expert. I know every game and I get every game correct. No, not true. Not true at all. I'm only human. And yeah, we should have a chat about this on Slack later on. Embarrassing rules mistakes that I've made in games. There's been a few. Right, unfortunately, we've only drawn one success. We have drawn one of these. So that allows me to convert an inspiration into a second success. So that's 2 successes. Ooh. Wasn't there a card that helped against sorcery? There was. It was Sunder, which we had in the last game. Now I could, if I really wanted to, because I'm testing agility, I could discard this card to get an extra success. That would give me 3 successes. 3 successes on the Great Bow would be 7 hits. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. 7 hits is going to be it. So we're going to discard Honed Agility to give me the extra success and actually then do 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Good. Oof, just. Good shot. Remove the Orc Hunter. Gain an inspiration. Nice. Okay. I can go over there. I can go over there. It is done. That is Legolas's turn over, I believe. Yes. I mean, I could do the spend the inspiration to move 1. But at this stage, I don't think I want to. We now have a huge area to explore. We've got so much... Yeah, so much stuff here to explore. I'm going to have to zoom out on the overhead, aren't I? Yeah. Move them dribblies out of the way. There we go. Right. Still can't get everything in. Okay, well, we're going with battle cam. Battle cam's the main cam. You can see it's not as good resolution at all. Anyway, ending our action phase. So both heroes get an inspiration. So Legolas is now on 4. Gimli was already at the maximum, so doesn't gain 1. No bad guys on the board. Threat goes up by 4. I thought it went up for each unexplored area. And there's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unexplored areas. I think this is adventure mode. They've basically made it a lot easier. Right, so we're scouting 2. Here we go. What's our plan? Where are we going to go? Because there's so much to explore. Let me just have a look at what these tokens were again. That's the faint buzzing sound. That's a rucksack. And that is markings on a crumbling wall. Okay. Okay, but before we do that... Oh, hang on, I didn't have the app on. Sorry. That's the rucksack. That's the faint buzzing sound. And this is markings on the crumbling wall. Okay? But yeah, before we do that, I'm going to do my... the rally phase. Scout 2. Undying Might or Light-Footed. Now, this is quite good. Because this gives me bonuses when interacting with the search token, and I'm about to do that. But I'm going to put that into play, even though it's got a success icon on. I'm going to put Undying Might on top of my deck. Right, Gimli. Gimli! 2. We have Travelling Song or Clever Wit. I'm going to put Travelling Song on top of my deck and Clever Wit into play. Right, we've done the scouting 2. Off we go. Action phase. Who's going to go first? What we're going to do? I think... Right, the audio hasn't been cut off. I said I think and then stopped to think. I just need to check a rule on these internal areas here to see what this arrow is, because I think this arrow is the only way you can actually get in. I think that's what that means. Where's the rule book gone? That's the Learn to Play guide. Where's the reference book gone? Hold on. Oh, it's there. So, battle maps. Inside black borders. If the two spaces are separated by black borders and their grey borders are not aligned, those spaces are not adjacent. So, yeah, the grey border basically means that they are adjacent. Arrows point to grey borders to help identify them. Yeah, okay, so I can get into the cave from here, but I cannot get in from here. So there's only one way into this cave system, because you can't get in from here or round here at all. Okay, so Gimli's going to go first. Gimli is going to interact with this, which is the markings on a crumbling wall, but there used to be an advanced civilization. Oh, and I just noticed the chat's dead. Okay, so me fixing the chat earlier on has clearly not fixed it. There we go. Chat is now working again. Sneak attack on the chart. Yes. So we're going to search it. You wonder what the markings could mean, but they are in an ancient text that takes some effort to decipher. Okay, we need to test wit and we need 3 successes. Now that's not good because Gimli is not very witty, but he does have clever wit skill prepared. Whenever I test wit, I can discard this skill to add a success. So actually, I only need 2 successes. No, that's not wit, that's wisdom. But thankfully, I have ancient wisdom, which says whenever you test wisdom, you can discard this skill to get 1. Yeah, that's not wit, it's wisdom. The icons are a bit similar. So my wisdom is still 2. Can I get any bonuses? No. Right, 2. See what we get? Yes! So 1 success from that card. I'm going to discard an inspiration to turn that into a success. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Yeah, you get the idea. And then I'm going to discard ancient wisdom to get 1 extra success. So that is 3 successes. Awesome sauce. So we've passed. The markings clearly show you how to open a hidden area of the ruins. Within the cold stone walls, an ancient treasure lies waiting. Ooh. Lore increases by 1, discard the search token. Another bit of the map, another bit of the map. Oh, no bit of the map. I thought that's what it meant. Just lore. Right, okay. So that was Gimli's first action, was to interact. Gimli's second action is to move. And I think we're going to go to here. Yeah, I think we're going to go here. Why not? Because we can go 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to explore this. The cave is filled with the gentle echoes of lapping water as an unseen creature drops into a shadowed pond. Gain an inspiration, which we can do. This section of the cave wall has odd, deep grooves that look like a pattern. Place a search token as indicated. Okay, well that's where we are. A green light dances up from a pool of water barely noticeable beneath the churning surface. Green light. Oh, I wonder if it's herbs growing. I said herbs for the American audience, because it's herbs in the UK. Right, I think that's Gimli done. Gimli has had 2 actions. He interacted and he moved. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. I think we're done. That is Gimli done. Right, Legolas. Now, where's Legolas going to go? He's got to go into these caves here. It'd be crazy not to go into these caves. So yeah, first action is going to be to move. I'm going to move into here. Explore, yes. The faint smell of rotting apples wafts through the air as you enter the darkness. Discard the exploration token, gain an inspiration. Can he have it? Yes, he can. He's now got 5. An eglantine bush has taken root in the rocky ceiling. What remains of its withered petals are a deep purple that is almost black. To save the ranger, you will need as many of the rose hips that bulge beneath the flowers as you can harvest. Right, we found it. We found the eglantine. So it's nearby. That's quite lucky. So that goes there. A mound juts up from the earth, indiscreetly covering whatever lies beneath. Okay, something else in here as well. Right, no bad guys. We're not finding many enemies, which is fine. I'm not complaining. But that was one movement point. Second movement point is to move to here. And then we are going to interact with this search token. So let's click on it. Search. Picking the bulbous fruits of the eglantine is simple, but there are precious few on such a scraggly plant. Lore increases by 1, then place this search token on your hero sheet. This is an eglantine token. Okay, so we're going to need more of them. Now that you have found dark eglantine to prepare an antidote, you should help the ranger as soon as possible. However, it might be easier if you had more eglantine. What is eglantine? A hero with an eglantine token on their sheet may administer the antidote. Okay, so it's suggesting that we might need more. 1 might not be enough. Your enemy has taken notice of your plans and turns from their pursuit of Hanara to hunt you instead. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Goblin Scout on the indicated space. So that is this icon again with this one. Sneaked up behind me. Oh, that goes there. And also there is an Orc Hunter on this space. Okay. Right, now, the other thing that I didn't notice earlier on is here, this goblin has these spiky bits around it. That means it's an elite monster. And there are some rules about elite monsters which are different. And I'm not sure exactly what, so I'm just going to look it up quickly. Elite enemies. They basically have bonuses. Okay, so anything with a bonus is an elite enemy. Enemy bonuses are automatically applied by the app, so you don't have to do anything. But elite enemies can counterattack heroes even if the enemy group is exhausted. Because normal enemies don't attack you if they're exhausted. Sorry, don't counterattack you if they're exhausted. But elite enemies do. When placing an elite enemy group on the game map, an elite enemy banner is also placed on the map in the same space as the elite enemy. Oh, that's what the banner indicates. I thought it was just indicated it was a different group. Right, okay. Right, so the banner means two different things. More eglantine means less success is needed in the test. Yes. Okay. Right. Where are we up to? That was Legolas. Legolas moved to, interacted with the token. I think that's it. I have this light-footed in play. Don't think I want to do that just yet. No, I think I'm going to keep that in play. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're going to end our turn there. So action phase is over. We're going to gain inspiration now that we can't have. Yeah. No, both my heroes are maxed out on inspiration. So, first of all, we are looking at the Goblin Scout, which moves to an attacking Legolas or the closest hero. So, if we have a look at it, it's currently here. Can it move to and attack me? It can't. Can it move to and attack somebody else? It can. Right, so this is where I just need to read this part. Where is this bit explained? Because we kind of skipped past this last time. App. Is it in the app or is it in the Learn to Play? It's probably in the Learn to Play book. Because this is a fundamental thing. Here we go. Enemy activation. The enemy group moves up to the indicated number of spaces towards the targeted hero, taking the shortest path of spaces possible. The enemy group stops when it's in range of the hero. The enemy is in range if it's in the... Yep. If the enemy group cannot get in range of its target, but it can get in range of another hero, the closer hero becomes the new target. So basically, Legolas is its preferred target. It's moving to and then attacking, but it cannot get to Legolas within 2. So it looks to see if there's somebody else. It can get to Gimli within 2, so Gimli becomes the preferred target. And if there was no target, we'd press the no target button. So that's how that works. There are 2 different shapes of banner. Are there? Oh, there are. I've just noticed that. Thank you very much. I never noticed. So these are the banners that are used for normal enemies, and these are elite ones because they've got spiky bits at the top. There we go. Right, there you go. I never noticed that before. Thank you very much. Right, Jonathan, I have some advice for you to help you cope with your current situation. This is from a medical professional. What you need to do is eat 3 Jaffa cakes. That will sort out all of your bad feelings about getting a rule wrong. Trust me. Trust me on that one. Medical professional. Right. So, it's moving over here and it's attacking Gimli. Gimli! Right, panicking, the lone goblin slashes at you in a frenzy. Agility negates. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm wearing ringmail, right, which is great for defense, but it only gives me a bonus if I was to test wisdom, spirit, or wit, not if I'm testing agility. So unfortunately, my agility is 1. So I'm going to be taking some damage from this, I think. Now I do have this guard one, which I don't know whether I want to use that guard one or not. Yeah, I have this Song of Mocking. No, I'm going to take the damage. Okay, well, first of all, we're going to do a test. It is agility 1. What have we drawn? We have drawn a fate, so I will spend an inspiration to make that 1 success, and I will cancel. I'm going to cancel the fear. So I'm basically taking 2 damage. Right, now, Loki, what are you doing sniffing around? Come here. Yeah, come here. Look, you know what time it is? Yeah, it's that time. Look. Time for you to be on TV. Say hello to your adoring audience. I know you want your own YouTube channel, but you can't have your own. You go over there. That's it. We've been attacked by a level 3 cat. Right, okay, we have drawn. So we're doing this one at a time, is that right? So the first card is, let's put that one on. First card is Laceration. So this tells me to flip one of my previous damage cards face up. I don't have any previous damage cards, so then this gets flipped face down. Okay, that goes there. Then my second card is Weariness. Flip this card face down. Right, so Gimli has taken 2 damage so far. Back to the app, we didn't suffer any damage. If we had it done, we'd have gained a boon. Right, now we are on the Orc Hunters, and this is actually going for Gimli. And it can, because the Orc Hunter is here, and Gimli is here. So the Orc Hunter can move to here, and then shoot Gimli. Okay, so we are attacking. An Orc effortlessly throws a spear as thick as a tree branch at you. Might negates. Now, thankfully, his might is 4. So we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. What have we got? Oh, we got 2 successes. That's not bad. And I am going to spend an inspiration to make it 3 successes to take no damage. Yeah, so no damage at all, but it does say, after this attack, suffer 1 face down damage. So I definitely still take a damage, but I don't take any from this 2 and the 1, because I've negated all of that. Okay, so we're going to take a face down damage. We don't look at it. It goes on there. Gimli's now taken 3 points of damage. Okay, right. Awesome. Darkness step. Right, darkness is a new thing that we haven't come across before. But you are in darkness if one of 3 situations occurs. There is a darkness icon in your particular space that you're in, or if there's a darkness token on the board, or if the scenario says otherwise. So each hero in darkness, Legolas is in darkness, suffers 2 fear, but spirit negates. Okay, so we need to go to Legolas. Legolas is in this area. It is dark, so he's going to take 2 fear. But spirit negates. Okay, he's only got a spirit of 2. 1. We will spend the 1. Okay, so he takes 1 fear. Draw a card from the fear deck. It is Hysteria. You and each nearby hero suffer 1 damage. There's no nearby hero. Then discard this card. So that's good, it gets discarded. But he suffers a damage basically instead. Knocked prone. Deplete one of your items, I don't have any of those, without resolving its effect, and discard 1 prepared card. I'll discard that one. Then discard this card. Okay, so some of these damage cards you'll see have an effect and then get discarded. Some of them stay in play. Right, so don't be in a dark place at the end of your turn because it's scary. Threat increases by 4, not quite at 20. Action phase. Yeah, rally phase. Each hero resets their deck and then scouts 2. Okay, so let's do that first. How are we doing for time? 4:15. We should get this done by 5, and at 5 o'clock I'm going to cook in chicken curry. Yeah, it's chicken curry tonight. Can't remember what it is that we got, but anyway, I'm doing dinner for tonight. And then I'm probably going to have to do some rulebook work, but I do want to get on with painting these as well. So I might do a bit of both. I might do some rulebook work and then some painting in front of TV. So we have Unyielding Spirit and Unyielding Might. Let's take Unyielding Spirit just in case we decide to stay in the darkness. And that's going on top of my deck. Gimli is scouting 2. One, 2. Restless Axe or Ancient Wisdom. Well, Restless Axe is really good. I think Restless Axe because then we can attack this goblin at the start of the turn. And Ancient Wisdom going on top of the deck. Yes. Okay. Right. That's the rally phase done. Action phase. Here we go. So we're going to do Gimli first. Gimli is over here. It's all gone a bit dark again, hasn't it? Yeah, I just need more lighting in this. I will get an extra light for next time. So Gimli is going to use this Restless Axe skill, which basically says, at the start of your turn, which it is, you may discard this skill to attack and add 2 hits. So literally I get a free attack at the start of this turn with 2 extra hits. Okay, so that's pretty good, isn't it? Right, attack 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2 extra hits. Let's see what we get. 2 successes. That's 6 hits. I could buy a 3rd success if I want to with that one. We'll see if I need to. Oh, and I can put one of these cards on top of my deck because of Gimli's special ability. So let's have a look at the Goblin. Yeah. Don't need to buy any extra things. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of the Battle Axe, and an extra 2 hits because of the Restless Axe. So it is dead. Whew. Right. Remove the Goblin and gain an inspiration. Yeah, okay, so that's that gone. Gain an inspiration. Nice. So that was the start of my turn. That was a free thing, really. So what do we want to do now? Do we want to move out and attack this, or do we want to start exploring the cave? Because I'm not happy with this guy. Who's just there causing me trouble. I mean, I could just move out and hit it, but... I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because Legolas is going to come out and Legolas is going to have a shot at it. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's have a look at this token. Yeah, let's investigate that. So Gimli hasn't had an action yet. No. So Gimli's first action is going to be this. Section of the cave has odd, deep grooves that look like a pattern. Okay. If you move out of range, it will move 4. Yeah. So we're testing wisdom and we need 2 successes. Now, unfortunately, Gimli's wisdom is only 2. Okay, so I'm gonna... Oh, in fact, kinship is really rubbish. Before a nearby hero tests. So that's only if I'm next to somebody else. Yeah, that is rubbish. So it's 2. I'm not going to succeed on this, am I? Well, I might do. I might do. We will see. Let's see what we get. Nope, got 1 success. So, failed. So we go to the app and we say fail. The grooves are too worn, and you cannot determine the words no matter how hard you try. Discard the search token. That's a shame. That would have been lore. Probably, if we'd have done that. Right, so that was Gimli's first action. Gimli's second action is going to be to move. And we're going to move to here and to here. And we're going to explore this. The faint smell of rotting apples wafts through the air as you enter the darkness. Oh, darkness. I forgot about that. Yeah. Discard the exploration token, gain an inspiration. Yeah. Okay. The ancient walls around you seem to whisper of grand deeds and noble ancestors long gone. So there's a search token in there. There. I don't think I've got this the right way. I do not. I do not have this the right way round. I've got it the wrong way round. Hopefully that's not going to make much of a difference. Yes, it is. I shouldn't have been able to go into here. So I've cheated. Yeah, I've accidentally cheated and gone in there when I shouldn't have been able to go in there. But never mind, because there isn't a way in here. There was a way in here. So that's my bad, and that should be in... How can I fix that? I'll just say Gimli's lost a movement point on his next turn. An eglantine bush has taken root in the rocky ceiling. What remains of its withered petals are a deep purple that is almost black. Yeah. Same as before. That's good. We found another eglantine bush there. The journey continues. The app needs an undo button. Yes. I can't get there. Yes, I know now. I had my physical board set up incorrectly. User error. Okay, so that is Gimli done. Gimli did his free attack. Then he interacted. Then he moved and cheated. He walked through. That's it. He had a potion of walk through wallsness. Yeah, that's what he did. Right, Legolas's turn. So what I was thinking of doing was ignoring this. Let me just have a reminder of what this token was again, because I kind of want to explore all tokens because I'm a completionist. But if I do, I will end up stuck outside. No, I think I'm going to do it. James is going to go. Yes, thank you, James. And yeah, drop me a message. Gimli smashes through the wall with his axe. Yeah, absolutely right. So yeah, what Legolas is going to do is Legolas is going to move 1 movement point to here. Then we're going to interact with this thing. You dig at the dirt. We're testing might. Now, Legolas isn't very good at the whole might thing, but he does have light-footed. So whenever you interact with a search or threat token, before you test, you can discard this card to test agility instead and scout 1. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to discard that card. We're testing agility instead of might, which is 4. Have we done it? We do if we spend an inspiration. Okay, we've spent an inspiration. We have passed the test. You unearth a small stone with an old inscription carved across one side. You find yourself invigorated by the find, as if the script empowered your will to press on. Become determined, gain an inspiration, then discard this search token. Right, and we get to scout 1. We gain an inspiration, become determined. So when you test, you may discard this boon. Oh yeah, that one's good. And then scout 1, which is basically take a card, put it into play. Oh, that's quite nice. In fact, that's perfect. That's exactly what we needed, because we now complete my movement by going to there, and now I discard Tireless to perform an action that I haven't yet done this turn, which is to attack. And we're going to attack this. Okay, so Legolas turns around, shoots the archer. So we're attacking 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I wanted to, I could use Determined. We will see. We will see what we get. How many hit points has the orc got? 6. Well, 5 hit points with 1 armor. So I need to do 6 damage. 6 damage is basically 3 successes. We have drawn. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 inspiration to get 3 successes. But I think it's probably worth it. The 3 successes is 7 damage. Because I'm going to get one of those inspiration back for killing it. Yeah. The orc is dead. That gets removed. And I get an inspiration. Okay, right. Nice. That was quite a good turn. Yeah, I like that. That was alright. End action phase. Shadow phase. So no more bad guys on the board. Both of us gain an inspiration. Gimli can't have it because he's already totally inspired. Darkness. So Gimli is about to take 2 fear, but spirit negates. So yeah, because Gimli is in here, which is dark. Spirit negates. His spirit is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's taking 2 fear. Interesting, his ring mail allows him to use it allows him to use his ring mail instead of, that's weird. That doesn't kind of make sense. Right, okay, so absolutely no successes whatsoever on the cards, but I'm going to spend 2 inspiration, convert this into 2 successes. Yeah, which means I don't take any damage. We don't want any pesky fear. So there you go. That's gone. No damage. Threat increases by 4. Something's happened. We're at 20. A strange howl echoes all around you. Each hero suffers 2 fear. Wisdom negates. Okay, so we're going to have to do some more tests. So Legolas first. Wisdom is 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can spend 2 inspiration to not take any damage. Right. And then Gimli is testing wisdom. Well, no, it's actually, yeah, he's suffering 2 fear. Wisdom negates, but according to this, if you would test wisdom to negate, you can test might instead. So thematically, I don't think that makes any sense, but that's the rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just did the math and worked out how many games you got wrong. 159. Wow. You've played it 159 times. Gosh, that might be a record. So we're going to spend an inspiration to negate all of the damage. Yeah. There you go. Right, inspiration has gone, but that's what we needed to do. We don't want that pesky fear. Rally phase. Right, here we go. Reset the deck. Scout 2. So we've got 1 Eglantine already. There is another Eglantine there. It all depends how much Eglantine we want. Because I don't know what's going to happen at 30 threat. I mean, we've still got plenty of time. We're not going to get to 68 anytime soon. And there are still other places to explore. And it isn't quite curry time yet. So what am I doing? Drawing 4. What are we drawing 4? Drawing 2. Okay. We've drawn Trailblazer and Ambush. I like Trailblazer. And since there are no bad guys on the board, we're going to take Trailblazer and I'm going to put Ambush back on top of the deck. Right, okay. Can you pass it between heroes? I don't think you can. I mean, thematically, you should be able to. Just a herb. Okay, well that's going on the bottom of the deck, and that's going in play. Right. So. Action phase. Off we go then. Well, we'll do Gimli first. Gimli is going to interact with this Eglantine. Yep. Okay, so you get it. You don't even need to test. Right. First action is done. Gimli has the Eglantine. Done. Now, what are we going to do with the second action? Is Gimli going to carry on exploring? What was this? Ancient walls seem to whisper of grand deeds and noble ancestors. He wasn't very good at the whole wisdom thing, was he? What about this? Let's do that one. So what I'm going to do is, that was Gimli's first action. Gimli's second action is to just move 1 onto here. Okay, and that makes up for me cheating earlier on. So that is Gimli done, I believe. When you move onto a space, you may discard this skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each gain 1 inspiration. Let's do that. Right, that's Gimli done. Legolas. Are we going to go in here and have a look at this cave here to see if there's any Eglantine in here? And there might be some here. Okay, first action. Move. 1, 2. That's this one. The faint smell of rotting apples wafts through the air. So this is a thing. The smell of rotting apples is a sign that there is Eglantine. Maggots squirm over a stretch of ground, forming a pale carpet. Oh, threat token. Wow, that's a new thing. And an Eglantine bush is there. Okay, right, so Eglantine bush is there. And that's there. So what I'm going to do now, I've had 1 action. I am going to, once per round during my turn, spend an inspiration to move 1 space. And then my second action is to interact with the Eglantine token. There you go. Done. Nice and easy. So Legolas has 2 Eglantine tokens. End the action phase. Shadow phase. No bad guys again. We both get an inspiration. Good. Threat goes up. Oh, darkness. So Legolas is in darkness and has to test spirit. Legolas's spirit is 2, but we might use the unyielding spirit to get a bonus if we need to. So it's about to take 2 fear. Yeah, I will just... No, I'll just spend 2 inspiration to avoid it. There you go. Done. Didn't take any damage. Threat increases by 5. Yeah, because of the threat token. Right, rally phase. Reset the deck, scout 2. Okay, reset the deck. Here we go again. I think we might be good now. I am tempted to explore all of these other things, because I just want to explore everything. You know, because it's all lore. All of this stuff will get us lore, which will allow us to, yeah, dealing with the threat token. Yeah, I have plenty of time. I thought so. Because we're playing on adventure mode, the threat is going up a lot slower than it would normally. Oh, that's going to go there, because I've now got 2 cards, which give me sprint. Before you sprint, gain an inspiration. So I think this is how it works. I think I can... I'll show you on the battle cam. I've got these 2 cards, and I think they combo together. So Trailblazer says, before you sprint, gain an inspiration. That's a permanent ability that stays in play. So if I sprint, however I sprint, the Trailblazer bonus kicks in. I think that's how that works. So we're going to have that. And then Gimli. Two. Well, we'll have Restless Axe. No. In fact, we'll have Poet's Heart, and I'll put Restless Axe on top of the deck. Because this allows me to rest. Discard at the end of the turn to discard 2 face down damage or fear. That might be quite good. Jonathan is saying search tokens are also worth 1 threat in normal mode. No, I think exploration tokens are worth 1 threat in normal mode. Search tokens aren't. I think it's the exploration tokens that are. Right. So, we are good to go. We are in the action phase. So, yeah, let's do Legolas first. We're going to move 1. We're going to go to here, and we'll do something with this threat token. We're going to search it. Search through the maggots. Right, we're going to test either agility, not agility, spirit, or wisdom. Right, now, choices. Because if I test wisdom, I've got wisdom of 3, so that's 3 cards. Or I've got determined. But if I test spirit, it's only 2 cards, but I can discard this to get 1 success. How many do I need? Oh, it doesn't tell me. I don't know how many I'll need. I think I'll test wisdom. Okay, I'm going to test wisdom. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to buy 2 successes. I was going to use determined, but now I'm not sure. I've bought 2 successes. Let's see if that's enough. Probably won't be. Methodically, you use your boots to crush every one of the writhing maggots. You never find a trace of what caused them to swarm like this. Discard the threat token. Okay, that's it. It's just a threat token. It's gone. And then the second movement point will be to move outside. And that's pretty much it. That's my turn done. I could sprint if I want to, but I don't think I do. I'm outside. Everywhere's explored, and I'm ready. Right, Gimli. Gimli is going to spend his first action is move. We'll move on to there first, which explores this area. Tiled in cold stone, the council room and tomb carry an air of solemn patience. Okay. A tattered sheet of parchment shows faint imprints of an unknown origin. We have a search token all the way back there. Yeah, well, he might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. finishes his second movement there, and then interacts with the search token. Reveals runes of power. So we need to test wisdom. Okay, now, Gimli has a skill. Before you interact with a person token, yeah, gaining inspiration, that's a person token. That's no good. No, that's no good. That's no good. That's no good. No, this is no good. So we're testing wisdom. We've only got 2, and we've no way of boosting it. So this is a bit rubbish, but we happen to have 2 successes. So that's all right. Let's see if that's enough. Speaking the runes of power, you feel a great strength flow into your body. Either scout 2 or prepare 1 card from your discard, then discard the search token. Okay, so scout 2 or prepare a card from my discard. Let's have a look at my discard. Yeah, well, there's no bad guys, but there are about to be some bad guys appearing, I think. So I am going to get rid of kinship, because it's rubbish, and prepare Restless Axe. Okay, right, we're done. That was a fairly short action phase. Shadow phase, no bad guys. We're getting inspiration. Darkness step. Gimli is in darkness and will be suffering 2 fear, but spirit negates. Spirit is 4. 2 successes, so he's fine. He's not scared of the dark. Good old Gimli. Rate increases by 4. That's not quite reached the next threshold. So rally phase, scouting 2, and then the next round. Okay, so Legolas. This is the bit that I find a pain. This whole rally phase, resetting the deck and scouting 2. I mean, it needs to be done. It absolutely needs to be done. But having to do this for multiple characters, yeah. One bit that I'm finding a bit of a pain. Ambush or Undying Might? Let's say ambush. Let's put that on top of the deck. Okay. So, might be perfect timing today, finishing at 5. Yeah, I'll take another Restless Axe. And I'll take it in place of Clever Wit. So that gets discarded, and that's going on top of the deck. Okay, right, action phase. Oh, that should have been discarded. Yeah, that's gone. Right, so we'll do Gimli first, I think. Gimli is over here. We could go into here. What was that? Ancient Walls. Yeah, I mean, we could do. Because we're not in any big rush, are we? So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll move Gimli. He's slightly off camera. Let's put on the battle cam. There you go. So Gimli is going to go wandering through these halls. 1, 2. And then he's going to interact with that token there. Carefully examining what has survived the passage of time in this hall, you hope to glean some information about the people who built this place. Test wisdom. His wisdom is 2. And we need 2 successes. Okay, see what we get. Yep, that'll do. 1 success plus a fate, which means we can discard an inspiration to get the 2 successes. Nice. We passed. You find a yellowed scroll in the corner, tucked away from the damp underground air. Though the language is strange, there is an illustration of this very same hall, the way it looked when it was new. Lore increases by 1, gaining inspiration. Discard the search token. Done. Right, so that was Gimli done. Gimli moved and interacted. Right, Legolas is going to interact with the token in his space, which is the faint buzzing sound. The buzzing is coming from a swarm of insects greedily feasting on a spill of an unidentifiable liquid. So he's testing wit, which Legolas's wit is 3. And he only needs 1 success. Yeah. Yep, that'll do. 1 success if I buy it. No inspiration left. But I did get the success. The insects are feasting on a spill of wildflower honey, and you even find an unbroken chunk of wax comb to pocket for later. Gain 2 inspiration and discard the search token. 2 inspiration. Nice. Okay, search token gone. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to sprint using paths unseen. You'll like this. So I discard to move 1 space. Okay. And then before you sprint, gain an inspiration. So I get an inspiration for sprinting, assuming that combo works. And then after you sprint with this skill, you may place another hero in your space without provoking attacks. So Gimli basically teleports into here, out of the darkness into the light. And then my second action, Legolas's second action, is to interact with the token in the space that he is now in, which is the rucksack made of rough canvas. The pack is filled with supplies. There is at least 3 days worth of food, a clean shirt, a tinderbox, and many other odds and ends good for travelling. Someone must be missing these supplies. You don't know if you should take anything. Right, do we want to loot it or leave it? I think I'm going to leave it because this sounds like... Why would somebody have left it? Oh, I don't know. Paths Unseen is OP. Yes, it does look a bit too good. Yeah, you can teleport somebody anywhere on the map. That seems crazy. What should I do? Should I loot the supplies or leave the rucksack? I don't think Legolas is the kind of looting type of character. But I think we're going to leave the rucksack. I don't think we need the supplies. But yeah, we're going to leave it. You couldn't live with yourself if you caused someone harm by taking their supplies. Well, they've left them there. And you have plenty of your own. You replace the rucksack, feeling good about yourself. There you go. Either gain 2 inspiration or scout 2, then discard the search token. I've already got 3 inspiration, so I'm just going to scout 2. And I'll put that one into play and put that one on the bottom of the deck. There you go. Right. That, I believe, is the end of the action phase. So we've got a couple of rounds left, I think. So in the shadow phase, we both get an inspiration. Gimli can't have it because he's already at 3. Nobody's in darkness. Threat increases by 4, and that triggers this next thing. A host of enemies searches the area for the wounded ranger. It will not be long before you cross paths. So an orc hunter with the same banner as we always seem to have. Right, so an orc hunter is going in here. Okay, next. Oh, that's it. Right, rally phase, scouting 2, and then the action phase. So let's do the rallying. The threat is creeping up, making your way back to the patient. That's what I'm planning to do. Yes. I am... in fact, that's done, isn't it, the rucksack? Yeah, I'm going back this turn, is what I'm planning to do. So, oh, we got Paths Unseen again, which, as we know, is a bit broken. I'm going to put Paths Unseen into place, getting rid of that. That goes there. That goes there. Right. Gimli. One, 2. Okay. So, what's Gimli got? Travelling Song or Undying Mind? Now, Gimli's already got 4 things in play as well, so... I probably should have discarded Poet's Heart at the end of the round, actually. Yeah. Because he got 2 Restless Axes. This is crazy. And we've got this Song of Mocking that we're not using. So I don't really want any of these. No, I'm going to put that one into play and just discard that one. Right, okay, action phase. You could get the last search token if you take the route through the cave. I could. whether I want to. It's whether I want to bother. I might just leave it. It's a green light. Oh, the green light is enticing, isn't it? See. Okay, we can do it. Gimli can just move, like twice, and Legolas can go the long way round. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Jonathan, you've tempted me with the shiny green light. So Legolas is going first. First action is move. 1, 2. Second action is to interact. Oh. You reach for the light, but it is beyond your grasp. Fish it out or swim down. Oh. Choices. Fish it out or swim down. I think we'll swim down. I don't know. The pool is deep, and you must dive to locate the light's source. Test might. I need 2. Now, Legolas and might are not good companions. His might is only 2. I don't have anything that's going to give me any extra successes. Okay, so I've got this, but I do have determined. Well, I'm going to use determined. I'm going to discard this to discard any number of cards and draw replacements. Yes! Got it. So that is enough. Spend the inspiration. It is 2 successes. It is a pass. Oof. Diving to the bottom of the pool, you locate a stone with runes that glow green. You grasp it in your hand and the light begins to fade. By the time you reach the surface, the light is gone from the surface, but not from your mind. Gain 2 inspiration and discard the search. That's got to be lore, surely. Ah, rubbish. Just inspiration? Ah. Right, okay. We've done that. So Legolas has moved and done an action. That is the last search token. What a waste of time that was. But we've got all of this fancy stuff here. It's just whether we want to use it. I will spend 1 inspiration to move to here. I mean, I could actually get here, but then I won't be able to do anything. So I think we'll just stay there. Oh no, but that's in the darkness. So I will... Oh, I'll use Paths Unseen. To move to here. Gaining an inspiration from Trailblazer. And then I'll teleport Gimli to here. Yeah, it just seems way too good. Right, and then Gimli's turn. First action is to move. Second action is to interact. Now, if I could swap the Elgantine tokens over, that would be great, but I haven't read anything to say that I can. Oh, the ranger's skin surrounding the arrow grows red and oozes dark pus. Beside her, a small pack might hold more supplies. We don't really need the supplies, she needs them, so we're going to clean and dress the wound. The arrow is cruelly barbed, and you worry you could poison yourself by acting with haste. Yeah, test agility. He's not very good at the old agility, is he? He's got 1. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. But it's too late now. We're in. Yeah, we are in. Oh well. So this is an agility test and his agility is 1. 1 success. Best we could get. You brace both the ranger's leg and the arrow, but hesitate to pull the barbed head out too quickly. Caution will serve you better now. Gain 1 inspiration. Okay, that's it. That is the turn over. We are all done. And next round will be the last one. So, Shadow Phase. Both gain an inspiration. Both at max. So can't have any more inspiration. Move 1. Attack ranged Gimli or closest hero. Cannot reach. No. So move 1 and attack Gimli with ranged. No. Can't do that. So we say no target. And instead The orc counts its arrows and stalks towards you. Move 2 spaces towards the closest, but yeah. Okay, which is 1, 2. Okay, done. Darkness step, nobody's in darkness. Threat increases by 4. And then we do the scout 2, and then we go into the last round. I think this is going to be the last round. I hope it's going to be the last round. We will see. And it's 5-5. So yeah. Just about going to finish on time, I think. Oh look, Paths Unseen. I'm actually going to put that on top of the deck because it's got 2 fate icons on it, which we can convert into successes. Right, has anybody found anything on BGG or otherwise? Don't forget the banner. Oh yeah, to say that you can swap the Elgantine tokens over. I've not seen anything. Again, that's going to go on top of the deck. And that's going to go there. Okay, right. My turn. Last round of the game. Legolas is going to spend an inspiration to move. To do his special ability. And then the first action that Legolas is going to do is interact with the ranger. And again, we are going to clean and dress her wound. Right, this time it's an agility test, and Legolas is good at agility. Okay, so let's see how many successes we get. And we can add 1 by discarding the honed agility if we need to. So I am going to spend 2 inspiration for 2 successes and discard the honed agility to make it 3 successes. There you go. 1, 2, 3. You carefully draw the arrow from the ranger's leg, then flush out the wound and apply a bandage. At least now the poisoning will not get worse before you can craft the antidote. Oh, so I should have done that first. That's what I should have done before leaving and going getting the antidote. Well, I didn't know. Threat decreases by 4, gaining inspiration. Lol. Right. Legolas's second action is... The ranger is still delirious with poison. Perhaps there is something else you can do to help her. How? I want to administer the antidote. Do we need to search the pack for the other ingredients? Maybe we do. Okay. The ranger travelled light, but you find a mortar and pestle and a small but comprehensive pharmacy of herbs. Threat has gone down, law has gone up by 1. Right, but unfortunately that is it. That is Legolas's 2 actions done. So now we go to Gimli. Right, now we can administer the antidote. For now, you have done all you can for the ranger, but she continues to murmur in delirium as the poison does its work. You need to hurry and administer an antidote. A hero with an Eglantine token on their sheet may administer the antidote. Yes, we're going to administer it. Right, now, I'm going to cheat here, and I am going to transfer those 2 tokens from Legolas onto Gimli, because that's what makes thematic sense. They're both in the same place. Gimli's administering the antidote, so Legolas says, here, I've got some more Eglantine. It seems silly not to. Using the mortar and pestle, you crush the Eglantine hips into a paste. With only a list of ingredients to guide you, you try your best to formulate a healing ointment. Test wisdom, but add 1 success for each Eglantine token on your sheet. So yeah, strictly speaking, it should just be +1, because Gimli only had 1 token, but that's not what I'm going to do. That is not what I'm going to do. So, we are testing wisdom. His wisdom is only 2. But when you or a nearby hero test wisdom, you may discard this skill to add a success and scout 1. Discard that skill. We've added a success. 3 more successes. Okay? Because I'm going to discard 3 inspiration. That's 4 successes. 5, 6, 7 successes. I probably didn't even need to cheat. Boom. Mixing the Eglantine paste with the herbs the ranger has already gathered, you spread the resulting medicine onto the ranger's wound. Over the course of a few minutes, her skin flushes with new warmth and her breathing eases. But it says ceases. With the help of the antidote, the ranger regains consciousness. Thank you, dear friends. It is by your hand that my life has been saved. I am Hanara of the Dunedain. Though, if you found me, you likely already know that. I happened upon wandering orcs, a strange sight this far west of the mountains. I was already weak from an earlier battle, and, well, you saw the result. You recount your own encounters with Gulgatar's orcs to the ranger, and she nods with growing understanding. In recent days I have heard of a man from the south who treats with bandits and worse. I learned too of a local scoundrel who carries information to Gulgatar. I felt sure they were connected. I tracked the spy out here, but they laid a clever trap for me. I never learned their identity or even saw their face. I need to share this information with the rest of my number. I know the spy frequents the Forsaken Inn, and you should hurry there before they catch wind of you. They will surely flee when they realise they are once again pursued. The heroes win! Hurrah! You have earned the aid of Hanara, a ranger of the north. She will continue to aid you in your quest to stop the orcs and the enemy they serve. Lore increases by 2, and each hero receives 4 experience. So we can definitely add some powerful cards next turn. Next scenario. That is it. We are done. 1 minute to 5. Fantastic. Right. Loving this. Really, really enjoying this. I mean, it is in my top 10 games of 2019. Yes, there's randomness. Yes, it's app driven. Yes, a lot of it is repetitive. Once you've played the game multiple times, you explore an area and it just says, I don't know what that notification was. You know, it just says, do a test, gain an inspiration. I get that. I absolutely get that. But I'm really enjoying this play. I'm liking the story. I'm liking the tactical decisions in the game. It plays really nicely. I would absolutely love to play this game 3 or 4 players. Possibly 3, because the downtime might be a bit too much with 4. I assume the map scales, the number of enemies scale, depending on how many characters you have. I mean, this game is for up to 5 players, okay? I have painted this many figures so far. You probably can't see them because they're on a... There you go. I've painted this many figures. I haven't painted that one yet. Or these. These haven't been painted yet. So I've painted this many. And as you saw from this game, there was like 1 or 2 on the board at any time. So I think if you were playing this with 4 or 5 players, you would end up with loads more Gribblies on the board. I assume. So I've painted all of these, and I'm probably not going to use them all, but that's just how it is. If you're watching this afterwards and you have played with 4 or 5 people, let me know. Let me know if you end up with the same size map and just more bad guys on there. I know, Ian, you've played this game with a group of you. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 players. But yeah, there didn't seem to be many enemies on the board. I think that's how the game scales. Anyway, that is it for today. No more live streams today, he says. And as mentioned at the start, this video and all of the videos that I'm doing this month are only made possible through the support of the Patreon campaign. So if you like the content that I make, if you like this video, I'm going to be doing, more videos like this over the course of this month. And none of them are sponsored in any way. They are only made possible thanks to the funding of the Patreon campaign. The link is down at the bottom right, patreon.com/gaming rules. And as it says there, all ad revenue from this video and all of my other videos goes to charity. This month, it's the Macmillan Cancer Research Charity, or Cancer Support Charity. It's Macmillan anyway. They do a lot of good work supporting people with cancer. I've had personal experience with them a couple of years ago with my mum. And yeah, that's everything. I will be back tomorrow. So here's a quick glimpse of stuff that's happening tomorrow. There we go. We have, unfortunately, I'm having to do some rulebook work in the afternoon. That's the downside. If I get really bored, I might come on and do a live stream of Gloomhaven Digital, which I probably will. 5 o'clock, Anachrony, Infinity Box, live unboxing. 7 o'clock, Cloud Age. So what I'm doing is I am unboxing Cloud Age at 7 o'clock. I am learning how to play the game from the rulebook, and then I'm going to be playing the game. Now that's going to be interesting because I've heard from a number of people that the rulebook isn't great. So I am very likely to get stuck with that, but there's going to be people in the chat who know how to play the game and have asked dozens of questions on BGG. They'll be there to help me. But I'm hoping to play a couple of games of that tomorrow night because I don't think it's that long. Thursday, I'll be back with some Shadowrun Returns in the morning, same as I did this morning. And the Maracaibo campaign starts on Thursday. So very similar to Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth in that there is a campaign, there's a story that you play over a series of scenarios, and I'm starting Maracaibo on Thursday. Really looking forward to it because Maracaibo is a fantastic game, and I'm really looking forward to playing the campaign. Friday, I will be writing, filming and editing my monthly video log. That won't be going out live. It will be filmed and edited, but hopefully I will have that ready and done by the weekend. Patreon supporters will get a sneak peek of it, hopefully on the Friday. Then Friday night, Too Many Bones live playthrough. Super excited about that. One of the reasons why I decided to take January off work, mostly off work, was to play more Too Many Bones. I'm actually playing it on the Thursday night. So for those of you that are Patreon supporters of mine, there will be a private stream on the Thursday night at 8 o'clock of me and Rick learning how to play Too Many Bones. We're probably not going to play a full game. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're learning Too Many Bones on Thursday night, private stream for Patreon supporters on the Slack channel. And then the actual public stream will be live on the Friday. And that's it. They're the plans for this week. And again, none of this is paid for. If you think, oh, Paul's getting paid loads of money to make all of these videos. He's not. He's not getting paid a penny. And all of the ad revenue goes to charity. So this is all at, all at a cost to myself, made possible through the support of the Patreon campaign. But that's everything. We're all done. I'm going to go downstairs and cook some dinner. And then I will talk to some of you later on Slack. James, we'll get... have I decided on the Tyrant? Yes. I can't remember exactly what, but it was all discussed on the Slack channel, and we've picked what characters we're using. We're using Patches and another one. And yeah, I can't remember. But it's all been decided ahead of time. We'll be practicing on Thursday night. Thanks very much for watching. Hello to everybody who is watching this not live. Again, please give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it. I will be back next Tuesday, 2 o'clock, with part 3, where we will be doing chapters 4 and 5, which is the Forsaken Inn. Right, take care everybody. I'll see you next time.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.